Hey, Jermaine. Jermaine, you the first one up in here. I'm waiting on the rest of my comrades to get up in here. I ain't got nobody backstage yet. I ain't got nobody in the chat. Okay, people. All righty. Hey, Jermaine. I'm waiting on my folks. You doing all right? Thank you for coming, Jermaine. You know, you got working people. I'm talking about the my people, my guests. You know, I can see them back. You know, back here when they come in, but ain't nobody back there. Nobody but me. You fell asleep? You mean you fell asleep on me? That's all right. I wasn't on there too much longer. All right. Oh, it was after one. After one for you, huh? That was late then. It's 12. Yeah, size.
Hi, Purple.
Hey.
Hi. I'm gonna put my avatar on.
Okay. Uh, we waiting on Information Man, Porter, and Derrick.
No problem.
Hey, Honeycomb. How you doing? Thank you for coming.
Hey, Honeycomb.
Hey, Sue. How you doing, Sue? Thank you for coming over. Y'all doing all right? Thank all of you for coming over. We waiting on the rest of our panel. The rest of our panel to get up in here. I don't know. 12, was you able to retrieve the link from your email?
I got it from the I'm on my phone, so I was able to get in here with no problem. I'm on my
Oh, so
phone.
you got it off of Instagram.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I did.
All right. Come on, people. Come on up in here. Well, thank you for coming over. I'm Purple Paisley. Hey, Mika. Hey, niece. How you doing, baby? Thank you for coming in. Okay, thank you, Jermaine. I was just talking to him in my email, so maybe he'll be. Hey, Isaiah, Isaiah, how you doing today? You doing all right, Isaiah? It's good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you, Mika B, for coming over. You doing all right, Isaiah? I hope you're doing better today, Isaiah. Thank you, Jermaine. Yeah, I was just talking to him in the email. So um there he is. That's my boy. Hey, Mr. Derrick. How you doing, sweetheart?
Yes, ma'am. How you, Miss Purple Paisley? How you?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm
Um. I,
glad. I'm
yeah.
glad you got word with Andrea because I talked to her too today.
Yeah. I heard. I heard. Yeah. She told me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be checking on her
Yeah.
most
I,
definitely.
well, I just want to say real quick. First off, I got like 45 good minutes. Then I'm a step off. But
Sure.
I did send you an email link for a video that I did last year, and it was inspired by Andrea Lynch. I think you'll find it very interesting regarding mental health, and
Hmm.
essentially we coming apart at the seam. Long story short, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
So
we are.
yeah. So what?
And
First off, thank you for having me on 12 Bell. Salute to your chat. Um, So, did I mean I'm not a medical, I'm not a psychotherapist or anything
Salute,
like that.
Derrick.
All right, I've been in healthcare since 1986. I had one rotation of working on a psych ward back in the late 80s, and some of the stuff I saw was nah. But see, this is all military though, and they have their own problems aside from being, your military. Plus, when you step outside those, outside your duty station, you're in a civilian sector, and you got to abide by those rules as well. But it was a hell of a thing. You having to navigate both worlds, and then if you have problems at home, problem with your kids or your mate and things like that, it can be a hell of a thing.
yeah, yeah. Most of my family is military. And I did have, matter of fact, my older sister just now retired from the Air Force.
Mm,
So, um, and anyone, like any of my nieces and nephews wanted to go in the service, she always encouraged them to go into the Air Force and not the Army, because the Air
okay.
Force was much better than the Army. And so she always encouraged, my nieces and nephews and cousins to go into the Air Force and not the Army or the Marine. But having a lot of family members that in the service, and then working with, um, when I worked for the Juvenile Detention Center in Houston, downtown Houston, I met a lot of service people
Yeah.
that were probation officers,
Mhm.
and talking to them, is eye opening, to
Yeah.
hear their story.
Yeah. Well, I should say my brother lives in Houston. I just was there year before last. Nice town. I love it. I went for my family reunion. And the year that the Patriots played the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, I was there that year too. Houston live. But I would say for myself, you have a lot of broken people in our country, and especially that has really turned up since this quote pandemic done jumped up.
Mm-hmm.
I just was reading a story maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. 16-year-old girl in the UK, she hung herself because she was cut off from her friends, because over in the UK they have much stronger and stringent lockdown measures over there. And one of the worst things you can do, I should say really quick, I believe Jermaine G is in your chat. He's from Jamaica.
Mhm.
Salute to you, my brother. What it is that a study came out just a few weeks ago saying what the lockdowns were totally unnecessary, but it's having such a drastic mental drain on people. Back in 2006, you can look this up for yourself because I talked about it when I was able to go live. There was a young lady in Albuquerque, New Mexico by the name of Laura M. Glass. At that time, she was 14 years old. And her daddy, I believe he worked for one of the governmental agencies like DARPA or Defense Intelligence Agency, the DIA, one of those super secret governmental agencies. Well, she did a science project, and the science project had to deal with social distancing. And her conclusion after conducting that science project was that that's one of the best ways ever to break a person's spirit. And that's exactly what we're seeing now with school children and stuff like that. They can't talk to one another. They can't sit in front of each other. They have to wear masks, social distance. They have to stand in line one by one, just like someone would do in a prison camp. And that's one of the easiest ways to break somebody is to isolate them and make them feel as if they're a prisoner. And so like I said, I sent you that the link for that video, and it talks about some of that. And one last point real quick, I don't want to be just over talking. There was a video I did called there's a lawyer out in California. Her name is Lee Dundas. And the title of that video was called "The Summer Backslide." And she was saying the same thing. One of the worst things you can do is separate the children from learning with one another. They're not going to learn by themselves because you haven't had them self-studying things like that. And one of the best ways people learn is by what they call matriculation. I'm bouncing ideas off you and vice versa, where you just cut that away. And so what happens is you put the kids in a funk, you put them in a depression. And also the last point, because everybody's been social distancing, they've been forcing kids to wear masks. They don't understand. You're actually scaring a whole generation of children because they're thinking, well, if I don't wear this mask, I'm going to infect somebody or they're going to infect me, exacerbating that mental drain even more.
Absolutely. Even when we went into this pandemic, my nieces expressed to me that they hated it because it took them away from socializing. Now, we all know when we go to school from kinder all the way through, that's part of our development, learning how to socialize with other students. So my niece and my great niece, they hated being isolated from their friends because of this pandemic, because they couldn't socialize. And how children are supposed to gain their social skills if we're in a pandemic. So I totally agree with you. Like, is no way for children to adapt to this new world because they need that. And if a child don't have social skills, guess what? That's a handicap because by the time they get ready to go out in the world, they can't adjust to people out there in the world. They have a hard time socializing. So when this pandemic hit, I totally agree with you. Me myself was in the school district, and it wasn't fun, to see, our children separated like that. Now, listening to my nieces, because I talk to them all the time, and them tell me that, I was like, well, you still can socialize with your friends. Can you FaceTime? And then they say, no, Amy, that's still not the same. We want to hang out. We want to talk. We want to laugh and joke with one another. They want that presence. They don't want to be on the internet. They don't want to be on FaceTime, And so you're right. My nieces, them had a hard time when we went into this pandemic because they wanted to be around their friends. And that's how we learn how to socialize with one another. You learn that from being in the school and being around your friends. When you go to elementary school, in kindergarten, you learn how to share. You learn how to be kind to your classmates. That's socializing, that's social skills. You know, in special ed, they have a class called life skills for children who might be developing slower than others. And in that life skill class is set up like a kitchen, like a home. You teach them children how to cook, you teach them how to wash, you teach them basic skills. So, being in this pandemic, how can you help the children that needs social skills? How do you do that in the pandemic?
Well, they never factored when what it is that I've been saying from the beginning, and a lot of this stuff is coming out now. So you know what it is that I often wonder a lot of times, like, and this is not to put nobody down, but like, do you not see? Do you not see from when this thing first jumped off? I was immediately against it because never in the history of man has you have the healthy ever been locked down and cut away from people.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they had the Ebola scare. Nobody was wearing masks.
No.
They had the H1N1 scare back in 2009. Nobody was wearing masks. Nobody was social distancing. But all of a sudden now we are. But the thing is that they're slowly but surely taking our humanity away. And every panel every StreamYard I've ever been on, every time I'm in somebody's chat, I would just type that fact in. You are losing your humanity. I would type something like that in. Oh, Derrick, you too deep. No, well, I'm quite sure people are seeing it now. It's not good enough for you to do Peloton and you on your treadmill and you got 500 other people, but you on a screen. I want to be next to somebody. You and I working out together, right? Same thing here. It's three of us on this panel right now, but nothing on this earth beats you and I looking, because I'm looking at your avatar right now. I'm looking at 12 Bell's avatar right now. You seeing me live, right? You seeing my face, but a lot of people put their avatars up and bless them. But even with that, I say, like, no, you need to see a face. We are losing our humanity, and that's a problem. And so all this technology is great, all of that, nothing beats the human touch. Human beings are communal. We are going to want to come together. Jermaine G is over in Jamaica, and they have made it illegal they call it illegal gatherings, because people want to go out and have fun on the weekend. They lock them down from Friday to Sunday. So what do you think people are going to do? They're going to have underground gatherings. You are not going to stop. We got hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. People want to bond, and they're going to bond. Damn what the government says. Damn what anybody else says. That's how folks get down. You know. But they're trying to make us less human, and we're losing our humanity slowly but surely. This stuff is not working. And only thing it does is that you having these kids that are younger, and they have to go through this. They're going to be adults one day. And you wonder why the young kids come out here violent crimes with teens are going, more murders with children. Right here in Philadelphia, 16-year-old boy got killed, but that's after he done he killed four people from 2019 up until he got killed early this year. So you got a whole bunch of violent teens now, but you can kind of understand it. They have nothing to do. So you're driving them crazy.
Exactly. And that's hurting to our community, because we need so much. We need to heal. We're trying to heal from racism. We're trying to heal from this pandemic. We have a lot going on as a race, and then to put this into play, it even makes it even, worse for us as people of color.
Right. Well, that's the reason why I sent you that video, because that's exactly what this reporter was saying. We are exacerbating the problem by cutting people away. It's enough that Black people have not fully been repaired from slavery. It's enough that we're lagging in every social, economic, every political metric. you want to throw out there. Black people is losing on every front. And then you throw this on top of it. And you wonder why. You wonder, I mean, it's really not hard to see why some of our people are dysfunctional. Some of our people want to tear up. I don't agree with it. It's wrong. It's self-defeating, but I understand where it stems from.
And the more we allow this, the worse it's going to get. We're not going to get any better as a community. I really want us to get better. And one way is for us to get better. The first thing is that we have to heal, you know, from all this junk that they have put in our way, you know. But we ain't got to climb that mountain. We can move that mountain, you know, if we band together and help one another. That's why is one thing I don't understand is when you on YouTube and they're tearing down on one another. I don't get into that because I don't understand that. You understand?
I do.
I don't get that.
Well, I actually do. Again, I'm not an expert, but I think in you too, as a matter of fact, 12 Bells, anybody in the chat, once again, hurt people. And I have said often, Black people only brought that dysfunction from the streets to the internet. That's all. The same way you would have people like say the projects or the quote hood, the same beefing and idiotic and self-defeating behavior that people do in real life, they just brought it on the internet. But once again, with this, I can hide behind an avatar, I can make 500 different accounts, and I can talk all the nonsense I want to people. And so and this whole thing, this nonsensical thing about a beef sector, I just don't recognize that myself. I am, you know, even though YouTube took my original channel, I regard myself as a YouTube content creator. That's what their tube calls us. They don't say sectors. I only heard that in the past year or so with Black people. I don't know if white people have sectors, but I never recognized that because for one, it puts everybody in a box. We are all individuals. There are no boxes with I can think however I so choose. I don't just think all beef. I don't just think all woke. I don't, you know, I'm just not all sports. I'm a little bit of everything. But all it is, we just brought nonsense and dysfunction and brought it online. YouTube in and of itself, we populate what it is. You make the platforms or these sectors what they are because you got morons and idiots on here that just they love it. And the fact that you have so many people in these beef sectors and they have so many subscribers, I really don't put it on them. I put it on the folks that watch. I put it on them. It's more them because that's more telling of the people who are watching, because as long as people are watching, a clown gonna always act up.
It's gonna do just exactly what it signifies to do, and that's fine. But you know, that's, to me, that's disturbing because we as a community, we're hurting, and this is not the time for us to be beefing, not even on social media. And it's a time for us to, you know, come together and show solidarity for one another and uplift one another. But better yet, we don't have that here on YouTube. I wish we did. Like, I wish it would get better. But when I first came on YouTube, like, it was hard to find like positive channels. So when I started my channel, I always said that I wanted to speak positive. I wanted to speak life. I wanted to speak blessings into people. Never want to be up here tearing down my brothers and sisters because I don't feel like that's necessary. And then I was always taught what you speak into existence, it have a way of coming back into your own life and damaging you and hurting you. So that's something that I just don't believe in. So I don't even entertain that, you know. But
well, you know, sorry, but just using myself as an example. Right now, you're live. I can't see the chat, but when I did look at it, I saw
I can't see it either.
Well, I saw like four, maybe 5 people in the chat. But see, you talking something of substance. If we were talking about one another, you would get more. The one time that I did do it, I think the most I ever had was 106 people. From that point on, that was late 2019. From the tail end of 2020 up until they took my original channel, I think the most I ever had picked up was about 28 people. But I
because I used to come over to your channel all the time. I said, well, when I ain't see you, and then we started doing the round table, and then Andrea, I would see you in her chat, but I ain't never see you, live on your channel, so I didn't know where you had went. And then
well, YouTube said that
round table.
Yeah.
Andrea say, Rochelle, you want to do? I say, well, think of somebody that we can have on there that's real, that really could talk politically and talk about what we want to talk about. And she say, oh, Derrick. I say, Derrick Williams. I say, yeah. She say, well, can he come over? I say, girl, can he? Yeah, he can come. He can come. I know who he is. I know where he been. But I'm glad you back.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep you rolling.
Well, yeah, and that's what I intend to do. The thing is that, like I said a second ago, it's more telling of the people who watch. Just a few minutes ago, I'm not subscribed to him, but it came up on my because I can watch YouTube on the TV. Kwame Brown just came up. 3,600 people in that chat. And it's not that he was necessarily just being negative for negative sake. I know he hot as fish grease right now. So I kind of expect him to have a whole bunch of people. But the fact that you're talking about mental health, or in my case, I would talk about all of the confirmed adverse effects from the jab, don't nobody want to hear that. And that's just more telling. That's more telling of us as a group. Boyce Watkins this morning, I know him and Kwame Brown having a little thing right now. The fact is, Boyce Watkins was spot on. When you're talking about nonsense, that would drive traffic.
Traffic, yeah.
But if you're talking about anything with some sense, you're trying to, the quote, nation build, black folks trying to get together, things like that, that's not us. That's just not where we at for whatever reason. But yet and still, we talk about how the white man oppressing us. We talking about how we can't get nowhere as a group. Well, the YouTube algorithm knows where you are as a group. They know that generally speaking, the blacks want dysfunction. Same thing on TV. I blame Mona Scott. I don't watch reality TV, but I blame Mona Scott, a black woman who laughed at the fact that when a question was asked to her, do you think this is in line with your topic? She was asked, do you think that your shows are contributing to the sad state of affairs or the bad thinking of young impressionable women? And what did she do? She started laughing. So in hell with Mona Scott. But but once again, you like what you like. You like what you like, but that's more telling. And they're going to keep on putting dysfunctional shows on TV because I've asked one, and well, I'll tell you, I question Andrea Lynch. I said, well, Andrea, is there any rivals on TV to Face the Nation? Are there any shows that are geared toward black people that rival Face the Nation on CBS? Anything of substance? Do we have anything on mainstream TV? Is there anything to rival it, or do all we have is basketball, football, and reality TV? And we wonder why kids are so screwed up. So that's TV, radio, and internet. They got us, and so they got us coming and going. And once again, you wonder why folks are so crazy and dysfunctional.
Well, but Nines on Purple
is that as big as his platform is, I wanted to tell him, and I'm still probably going to tell him, why don't you regear that? Because you have such a large platform. Why don't you start talking about what go on in our community and stop beefing with, your players? Because at this point, people really don't care. They just want to hear you talk trash, right? They really not concerned about your well-being, your mental state, your family. They just like to hear you come up here, smoke on your hookah, and talk noise. you know, and as large as his platform is, he can be a key factor in speaking about our community.
Well,
Well, once
Nas,
again,
no, I'm sorry, I just mention about on Netflix, Nas has a documentary out, and it highlighted how there was a murder of one of his friends that happened, and his mother did not choose to get an emergency transfer out of that development. She chose to stay where there was trauma. And that is what many Black people do. They do not relocate. There was something that happened that was traumatizing. You have a means to transfer. They don't transfer. They come up with something where they got to stay there. Whatever they come up with, they continue to relive something traumatic and then try to ignore it, just go forward. And that is the whole stem of mental illness. And mental illness, if you do not address the issue and then try to do things to move go forward, it doesn't happen. You know, like those children, they dropped out of school. There was a many different things went on that was not addressed. Then their mother died, so they lost their main support, and they had to try to get back with their father. There was a lot of different things going on that are highlighted in many people of color experience. But one of the main things I feel that stems from it is that when trauma happens, nothing really gets addressed. You know, if a child gets molested by their uncle, they keep them going with their uncle. They don't even change. They say the kid is lying. There's no real address to trauma. The kids are getting molested. They're getting raped. They get molested by the corner store guy. They get molested there. What is going on? Where's the real action? There's things that are stemming. There are things that are specifically done. No one has justice. I feel too many neighborhoods where there are people of color. There's no real justice going on there. They don't. The parents they don't go forward. They don't go to court. They try to do this thing. We'll deal with it ourselves. It might come into a situation where they murder somebody. The cops take them. Now the main person that's the head of household in the home is in prison. Now they took all support from the child. Now the children in foster care. It's outrageous.
yeah. Well,
It's outrageous.
I think too, it's something to be said again about us as a group. We seem to find some type of moral victory in us in dysfunction. Just the
Mm.
fact that you said Nas's mama wanted to stay in that trauma, we look at that, oh, they strong. No, that's not being strong. That's called insanity. You're going to
Mhm.
stay in a war zone. If you have the wherewithal to pull up, you should pull up. But we love to stay. We will won't give anything. We won't throw a party for that kid that just got his degree in college, but we'll throw a party for somebody either going to jail or coming, as we say, coming
Home
home.
from jail. Yep.
So that's, I mean, we I don't know. I don't know if the Hispanics do it. I don't know if the Asians do it. I don't know if the white folks do it. I don't know if the Native Americans do it, but I know we do it.
Yeah.
So if that's not mental dysfunction or some type of mental psychosis, I don't know what is. But you would throw a big party for somebody that just coming home. They may have murdered somebody. They were right here. Here you go, right here. In the song Juicy, the opening line of Biggie Smalls, he said, "This goes out to everybody that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter." When he was selling drugs to
No.
feed his daughter. So how do you,
How you
if it
equate
ain't
the
crazy, I don't
two?
know what is.
Yeah. Make that make sense. You know, and we as you know, I don't know where we get where we settle for anything. And that's settling. If you've been abused, then you should be in the police station telling somebody, trying to get you some help from being abused. Like, why would you stay in that situation? I don't get us sometimes. And it's like you say, Derrick, we'll throw a party for 'em coming home from jail, but you ain't gonna celebrate your child graduating from college. Let me tell you something, I was proud, and I tell people that sometimes, it's so emotional for me because me and my children, father, we was high school graduates. To have two young black men graduate from college, that just does something to me because not only did I struggle, because when the youngest one went off to college, his dad had passed, and it was only one income. And Derrick, I didn't know how I was gonna get him through school, but I did it. You understand? And for me, that's joy to me because they did something that I didn't do. Me and their father didn't do. And I take pride in that. You understand? And I don't know where we get off from because in my house, I was raised by my father and my father's parents, and it was education. Do you know you have our people sitting up here right now today talking about, oh, and you go to college and come out and be working at McDonald's? What? Do you really believe that? That's your mindset. Going to college don't make you no better. No, but it opened the door for opportunities that you couldn't get. Yeah, yeah, that's what our folks say. But it opened the door for opportunities that you couldn't get if you didn't go to college. You understand? Our people sit up and say some of the darndest things. Like, where you get that analogy from? Why
We
would you want any better for anyone?
well
That's
that
what I don't get.
that goes back to that, like you again, that your topic is mental illness. What else could it be but some type of mental illness?
Mhm.
You cannot tell me that. And you know what? And actually, it's some truth to that because the fact that jobs are so scarce that depending on what field of what's your major, maybe you won't find a job just yet. But the fact that you went through the fire to try to better yourself, that's admirable, as opposed to just being on the block all day. So even if you want to use that, so even if you want to say, well, you went to school 4 years and all you can do is get a job at McDonald's, I have some credentials and you don't. So even still, but once again, we want to put dysfunction on anything that may be if you try to aspire better than having this hood street mentality, you think you better. Well, I tell my daughter, well, actually, you are.
Yeah.
You are better
People come up
because
to the live stream and tell me, I don't mean to cut you off. Oh, you think you better than that? No. Well, yeah, I do. Because if I don't think that, who will? Who will? And you don't know my struggle. Like, you don't know my story. You understand? You don't know what I had to go through. You don't know what it took for me to get them two young men through high school, in public school, in Houston, during the time where children were just cutting up. And then it was during the time where Katrina had hit, and them everybody was coming over, and y'all, you seen them fights on the news with them Houston children and them Katrina children. Matter of fact, one of the biggest fights was at the high school my son went to. Me and him up in the school, Westbury High School. So they went to school during a time where it's that education wasn't no big thing. Like, I just don't get it. Like, my father wanted us, if it was nothing else, he used to say, get your education. Because if you got knowledge, that's one thing nobody can take from you.
Yep.
If you got it. But you got to get it. So
Well,
education was instilled in me. So when I got my children, I instilled that in them.
right.
You understand? And I have my own people saying negative stuff to me about my children. I'm like, is y'all crazy? Like, do y'all really hear y'all self? Do you not hear me say I didn't have I never went to college, that I only had a high school diploma, that I was proud to have two college graduates. Like, y'all didn't hear that?
That's
Like,
too that's too much. That they call that acting white. You're not being really black by not knowing nothing, just being ignorant. You don't know any issues of the day. You don't know why anything is why it is. We in the struggle, the struggle real and all this type of stuff. Once again, that's some type of mental psychosis. But a lot of that got instilled, a lot of things, everybody say, and I tend to agree with that. A lot of our mind state comes from the fact that we were totally broken and defanged out of slavery.
mm-hmm.
And so a lot of that we have not been repaired. So again, it kind of makes sense as to why many of our people talk like that. If you try to act like you're aspiring for anything great or anything that goes against our culture, you will be looked upon as acting white, thinking you better. Your degree don't make none. You still this N word and all this other stuff. And so, like I said, I don't agree with it, but I certainly understand it. I think it's self defeating, and this is why. Tell you real quick, it was I followed this guy over in Jamaica, and he had somebody. This guy was talking to an Asian dude, and the Asians have a strong chokehold over in the West Indies. And this Asian dude told this guy from the Bahamas to his face, "Black people are the worst thing on God's earth, and they will never rise." And the black guy said, "When I look at some of our people, be it over there or here in America," he had to agree with it with the Asian. And to be honest, Derrick C. Williams agrees with it too. The way we act with the psychosis that we have, because the thing is this: everybody knows the problem. Step two is doing something about it, and we're not really doing nothing about it. We actually love to be behind the eight ball and find some type of moral victory in struggle. That's some type of mental psychosis. I don't know what you call it aside from mental psychosis, but it's crazy showing up.
Yeah, that's crazy to hear, your own people say that, to you. Like, if I see my brothers and sisters, doing well, I'm the first one to be the cheerleader to say, "Hey, that's wonderful. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. I will cheer you on, you know, because that's just me." Um, again, I don't believe in the tearing down. I like to see my people, advance. But it's one thing I can say that my people are doing. And what I've noticed, a lot of Black owned businesses have sprung up. And that's an amazing thing to me in
Yeah.
this century to see that, even though we're dealing with the pandemic and mental issues. And what I learned in being in the school system, we as a culture don't want the help. We don't want that umbrella. We don't want that title. I used to have to talk. I said this last night. I used to have to talk to my parents, the parents, to even allow their children to get the accurate help that they needed. Just because they was in the special needs program does not mean that your child is slow. What that means is that it allows the teacher to know that this child might have a seeing problem, that it need to be placed in a certain part of the room and not at the back of the room, or it got a hearing problem. You understand?
Right.
So to sit and talk to parents, and I'm talking about parents at a high school level, you know, they didn't want the help. And I'm like, how you not gonna want the help? Because if you don't get the help, your child is failing, and that's a disadvantage to your child. Like, it's a disadvantage to your child.
Well, I would say this is where I definitely line up with Dr. Umar Johnson here in Philadelphia. A lot of the other crazy stuff he do, I don't agree with. But
Mm-hmm.
being that he is a school psychologist, we also have to understand the way the American public school systems are set up.
Just
You
set
go
up.
to
Mm-hmm.
class. You
Mm-hmm.
go to class. They have a lesson plan only. You're not supposed to think out the box. Everybody sits in rows like you're in prison. You're to be
Mm-hmm.
quiet. You're supposed to sit still. And you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to get active children who are they taking in everything all at once. You trying to calm that down. To them, that's being a hyperactive child. Give them some medication. You actually turn children crazy that way. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times these children aren't crazy. Sometimes they do have some developmental delays. Some, but all of them, or a good percentage. I don't buy that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking back. My mama passed in 2002, but I remember her telling me specifically. I think like I was around 7th, 8th grade. She said when I was in elementary school, they deemed me to be hyperactive. No, I just want the children move.
Mm-hmm.
You can't bottle that up. It's not
Mm-mm.
till later that we. It's not till a little bit later on that we start slowing down, and then you can reason. But you can't. You're not going to be able to actually sit and have a 6-year-old child reason like a 54-year-old man. It's not going to happen. So what they do is to calm that child down, throw some medication at them, say they crazy, things like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
agree with Umar Johnson. They actually medicate these kids for no reason. A lot of times, don't nothing be wrong with them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's going on in this century, especially when I worked for um, high school. And I would literally tell my parents, look here, you either you put them under this umbrella or either, they also had college students where they will allow them to come in and they get their little experience, but they also would tutor the children. So I would give them resources so they don't have to listen to the psychiatrists, the pathologists, and all these people and trying to get the parent, to put their child on medication. So what I would do, I would cut my parents off at the head, and I would tell them, look here, let me come here, let me tell you something. Now you go up in that meeting, you listen to them, because by then we got the progress report, we got the grades of the child, and most of the time the chairperson would go in that classroom and sit and actually observe the child
Mm-hmm.
before they get services. So, but me, I would I would just tell them, Derrick, I'll just tell them, look here, now you do this, don't have these people, don't listen to them people about putting your child on medication. You make that decision, you think about it, but listen to me. This is what you need to do. And I would tell my parents. And when I left that, them parents was looking for me. When I
Yeah.
left with that Barry, them parents was looking for me, baby. They were putting out an APB out on me, talking about where
Mm-hmm.
she at, what school she done went to, why she leave. We need her, because I would sit there and I would talk to my parents, especially my parent of color, because like you say, our children don't need medication. Some children just need a little misguidance. See, when I was in in school, it wasn't no such thing as hyperactive. You understand me? It wasn't no such
Mm-hmm.
thing as that. You had teachers in there that knew how to deal with the children. You understand? When you go to like the last school, black school, predominantly black school I was at was in Third Ward, Houston, off of Darling. And those teachers really taught and they really was in tune to the children because of the area. Now you know about Third Ward, Houston. You know that's
Yeah, all about there.
predominantly black and it's low income. And
Mm-hmm.
most everybody up in there, the grandmama raising the grandchildren or the auntie got them, it's just a low income area. Even though it's close to downtown Houston, it's a low income area. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a rich area, but it's low income. And so those teachers wouldn't give up on them children. They were literally in there teaching and dealing with the behavior of the children, but it was our children. Just like when I go to the doctor, I go to one of my doctors because they know my health better. They know my history. You know,
Right.
black doctors are some of the best doctors, and still they the lowest paid. You know, but when I go to my doctor, I can sit there and talk to them, and they understand me. You understand? And that's just like the teachers. When I was in Third Ward, Houston, baby, them teachers be up in there teaching, and them children be up in there getting it. When they was, they had took reading out of um kindergarten. You know, where the kindergartens weren't learning how to read, they took that away. You know, they changed that curriculum. Where there, they was teaching pre-K. Once you come out of pre-K, when you got to kindergarten, you could spell, you could write, you knew your ABCs, you knew your phonetic sounds. And from now, they taught them children how to read. By the time they got to first grade, baby, them children was getting it. You hear me? And that's another thing that I see in our culture, whereas that is a separation
Yeah.
from the white schools compared to the predominantly black schools.
Well, I would say for myself, from what I've seen, luckily, me and my daughter's mother, we was always see in life. You pay for what you want, and if you want your child to have a good education, you're gonna have to put money out. Because the fact is, that public schools are totally broken. And so what
Mm,
they'll do, they'll have a class size of 25 to 30 children, and a lot of them they don't have proper nutrition. They got,
mhm,
as well, Vales has said, some of them have trauma at home, and
mhm,
you're gonna send that child to a teacher and expect her or him to properly educate that child. And many of these teachers, they don't feel appreciated. They not paid what they're just do. Some of them they there just for the check, so they don't care whether your child get it or not. So once again, they got you coming and going, but the
mhm,
child is going to be adversely affected by all of that. Either way you look at it, the child is screwed.
mhm.
So, with all of that there, with that big old gumbo right there, you wonder what once again, you wonder why people is running crazy. The child at 6 is going to be 16 and going to wreak havoc on the community. And the first
Yeah.
thing most people on the outside would say, "There's another bad one right there. Can't wait for them to lock their ass up." Stuff like
Mhm,
that.
mhm,
So we just got. I don't know. I'm just at my wit's end. I don't know how we right the ship. I always say that, and I don't want to sound defeatist, but I don't. Like I said, everybody knows the problem. Step two is doing something about it, and for whatever reason it is, whether it's racism, self-hate, uh, brought on by what the white man did, all of that did. Black folks, like you say, we need to come together and do better because we are losing. And now, like for like with the political thing, with the schools being what they are, politicians only listen to people who gonna lobby and got money. Well, black people they say we got all this money, but we're not focusing and trying to buy us a politician so they can make our communities better. So they got us that way as well. So I don't know. I don't know.
I agree that we see the problem, but I don't think we see it the same because it's just like when the public school systems, because special education was so poorly managed and nobody was really overseeing it, they decided to make an inclusion program to all regular schools. So now the
Mhm.
child that it usually has what we used to call a disability, they put them in a general education class and they just give them a para or whatever, which that even makes it more difficult in the classroom of 30 children. So now you got
Yeah.
children are in a wheelchair, they require equipment, they have attention issues, and they are in a general education class. And that's because the parents fought for that. Okay. So we see problems, but we don't see it the same. It's just like the parent that says you can steal from the white man. They don't see it as stealing as an issue. They say, well, you can steal from the people that have money. They don't say stealing is bad. That's not their decision. It's just like I went to the movies one time. I went to the movie theater and there was black people online making fun of the guy that was cleaning the theater. Now, this is a black guy cleaning the theater. He's got a job. These people that are making fun of him, they might not even have a job, but they making fun of a person that's got an income, an honest living, trying to crack on him, because black people love to make fun of other people, and they especially love to make fun of working people that are in McDonald's and so forth. Oh, they make fun of these people have incomes. These are people that can actually buy a chain or get stocks, but they laughing and making fun because they think easy, quick money is something. And that's
Right.
one of the major issues. We got an issue with people that have children that are addicted to substances. They was drinking, smoking, and whatever. The kid came out with a addiction issue. So from a baby, they had to start getting these kind of medication. I mean, it's a lot of different factors that come in, but everybody don't see the issue the same. They say, okay, well, whatever, because they said don't drink while you're pregnant. I can drink. It says don't. That is a issue. They smoke, they drink, they do whatever they want to do, and they still want to be considered a good parent. We do
Yeah.
not identify women as negative, bad mothers. We don't say, oh, every mother isn't good. We say celebrate mothers, but we don't do that with fathers. We got Father's Day. There are good fathers out there. Purple's always talking about
Well,
how good her husband was, but we don't highlight the
well,
good fathers. If we're
well,
going to
that's the
highlight
thing too.
negative fathers, we can highlight negative mothers. Everybody got people that screwed up. Some families
Right.
got bad parents in their house. So they don't want to highlight these things because they see an issue and they twist it the way that whatever makes it good for them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. And things at some point things got to change. And like you said, Derrick, how do you fix these things? Because you're one man, and I love when you say that, one man in the comment section or YouTube. We're one panel trying to make a change, trying to get the word out there, and for others to see that, like, we really, like, come on. I know y'all know we have a big issue here in our
Yeah.
community. Like, we got a lot going on. We
Yeah.
need to change. We
Well,
do. We have to change that mindset, because if we don't change the mindset, what happens is that we feed that to the younger ones, and they have the same mindset. You
yeah.
understand?
Well, I'll say this. First off, again, I want to thank you for having me on. I'm gonna go and step off, but I will say this. In closing, salute to 12 Bell, salute to your chat. I say one man in the comment section on YouTube because I know that I ain't got all the answers. I barely got out of 12th grade. But if you look behind me, I read a lot.
I see all the
I,
books.
I just read a lot. And I just want to be better. I just want to be better than I was. And
Mhm.
yeah, sorry about that. But I just want to be better than I was. And in that way I can be a better parent, a better man, a better citizen
Absolutely.
in our country. We're not going nowhere. This is our home for better, for worse, however you want to say it. Black people not going back to Africa. They're not going to cut out a separate territory for us. We're going to have to try to make do with what we have here right now as it stands. And
Hmm.
so for me, I always say one man in the comment section because I don't have all the answers, but I'm trying to find them. And
Hmm.
hopefully there are like-minded people and we can try to build and coalesce around that. Again, it ain't necessarily one way to be black. I am of African ancestry, and so are you, and so are 12 Bells. Even if you want to claim I got some Native American, what all spring from Africa or what's called Africa.
Right.
So at least we have something in common, and we can build from that. But
Hmm.
until we get that part together, all the money that all the black millionaires got, all the information that we got with Google and all these social media sites, none of that mean nothing until we get together. We should take a page from the Jews and the Asians, and until
Hmm.
that time, nothing else really matters. So
You see,
um,
my children weren't big on Jordans. They weren't big on the fashion. And
yeah,
that's one thing I thank God for, because they didn't get wrapped up in the propaganda, you know.
right,
And that's another thing. that we have a problem with in our community is the singers, the actresses. You know, they got all this money, and then you have our children looking up to this mess.
Hmm. Yeah, true that. All right. Well, again, Miss Paisley, thank you for having me on. 12 Bell, salute to you. Salute to y'all chat.
Thank
And I
you,
see you around.
Derrick.
I'm gonna see you around YouTube, all right?
Yeah, you know I love you, man. I love your presence here at the round table. You know you always got to come in here and give us your perspective on the
Well, I'm gonna try my best,
conversation.
man. Well, like I said,
Yes.
I'm just
You
one
know
man
I
in the
love
comment
you,
section on
sir.
YouTube.
I
Yes, ma'am.
love you, and I love to hear from you. So thank you again, Derrick. I appreciate
Yes.
you, and I thank you for your time, baby. And I'll
All right.
see you next time.
All right. Well, you
Thank you,
take care of
Derek. Have a
yourself.
good evening.
12 Bells. I'm gonna see you around YouTube too. All right. Again, salute to your chat, and
Okay.
y'all take care.
And I'll be emailing you.
Salute.
So check your email here.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Y'all take
All
care.
right, sweetie. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh,
But that
that
was good
was
because it's
good.
9 o'clock. Did you want to do you want to close off in this hour? Because we made it to 9.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love
It
that. I
was.
love the talk. You know, I love talking about issues in our community, mental illness, and I think we as people of color, we have to get out this um, stigma about um, mental illness. If you have a family member or somebody going through something, you know, try to talk to them and get them some help. I know when um, my niece, you know, she had a hard time dealing with her parents' death. I told her, girl, come on, you gonna go talk to a grief counselor. You know, it's good to go talk to somebody. Don't sit up
Yes,
there and suffer in silence. And I think a lot of times people suffer in silence. And
I
then
agree.
when it gets so overwhelming to them and they have a breakdown, then we all looking surprised. No, don't be surprised because I'm pretty sure that person showed signs. Now they might not ask for help, but you probably could see some signs in them where they were, crying out for some kind of help.
I agree.
you
That's
know,
true.
to,
Yeah,
to help them with their pain or to help them with whatever they might be going through. And I always say, here on YouTube, put out that positive energy, put out that positive affirmations because you'll never know who's going to run across your channel. You'll never know who you might touch for that day when you posting stuff or doing videos. You'll never know what that person might be going through.
that's
So,
true. You never know.
it's always good to put out positivity, you know. Um, I don't know what happened to my other guests. I guess they got lost.
Well, Frugal Mama does a
Maybe,
really good job with positive quotes and keeping things focused on the positivity. So that's always wonderful.
yeah,
And I know this young man. I always used to see him with his mother, who was in a wheelchair. And I noticed that he wasn't with her. And I'm telling you, you always saw him with his mother. So I asked him today. I said, "Where's your mother? How is she doing?" And he said she passed away.
wow.
And that's got to be very difficult because he was her caregiver. So to no longer have that person and you've been taking care of him, I can't imagine the difference in your whole day to day. If you've been living taking care of somebody and then that person is no longer with you, I know you just feel like you don't have any purpose now. And I just,
Yeah,
we have to keep those people in prayer that they can find purpose because a lot of the people in residential need help, especially a man. So I mean, hopefully he could, he might want to do that. He might want to be a caregiver to somebody.
yeah, and
Young men love to have other men around. They love it.
men suffer with depression just as well as
Yes. Hey,
anybody
Silverback.
does. And for that to be his mom, of course, you got to have um some kind of idea that young man is really going through, after taking care of his mother. and
For
his mother
years.
away.
So
Surely he
sad.
might feel alone in this big old world.
Yes.
He might feel by himself. That's why it's always good when you hear people say that they lost their loved ones, like Isaiah that was in here, who lost his father, and then to hear one of the channels that I'm connected to, Lysandra, Fabulous Life. She lost both of her parents, but I didn't know she had lost her mom. I knew she had lost her dad, but I didn't know she had lost her mom. And that's one reason why I hadn't seen her. So, when you miss people and you don't see people, for me, I go check on people. Like if I don't see, and I hadn't seen her, I hadn't seen them do any uploads. And I kept saying to myself, where are they? Like, where's she at? I went over there to her page and I seen she hadn't uploaded in a while. I said, "Good God, why she ain't? Where they at?" And then finally, they uploaded, and when she uploaded, I ran over there and went to talking to her. So you you never know.
You never know.
Hey, screw.
Sometimes, but sometimes the person themselves have passed, because I had a friend, she always used to go to this community meeting, and she would provide the food, and she loved making rice cake. That was something she loved doing. She make it there, she make it at the church, and I hadn't seen her no more, and she wasn't picking up her phone, just to find out she had passed. She had passed.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
just so much going on. You know.
I think the 3 month time frame is really big. If you haven't heard from somebody in 3 months, I think should be a more aggressive search about it, because usually they're no longer with us.
Yeah, yeah. It's sad though. You hate to hear when people are losing their loved ones, and going through. And I think it's difficult times for everybody.
Yes,
Nobody is exempt from death, um, job loss, family issues, you know, no one is exempt from that, especially in this time, during this pandemic. And it's only good to be able to check on people, you know.
yes,
That's one reason why I love Instagram, because when I don't see people, or I need to talk to people, I could go over there and hit people up on the gram and talk to them, but um for people that's not on the ground, you know, I mainly just go over to their channel and see, like I went over to her channel to see. When I thought about them, I went over there to see, and I seen they hadn't uploaded, and I left them a message. And then right after that, she did an upload. And then she
see,
came
that's good. She knew somebody was missing her. Sometimes
back.
people need to know that you are, other people are thinking about you. And I think one of the good things to remind people is that you're not going through something unknown to man. Somebody else went through it. They got through it. You can get through it too. And that's why we's on here on this panel suggesting that you seek a therapist or so forth, because sometimes you need to know examples of what other people did to wither through a hard time, a job loss,
Yeah,
a loss of a family, whatever the case. Usually, your therapist is able to give you some kind of exercise or something to help you weather through the issue. It's not unknown to man. You're not
yeah,
going through something for the first time. This is an issue that goes on. It's a part of life, and you can get through it.
yeah. And sometimes, um, that that experience of losing somebody might be their first experience,
Right.
when you're talking about close family. So, you wanna be able to, um, encourage them and give them encouraging words, and let them know you're thinking about them, because you never know how they might be dealing with it internally, the
Right.
grief, because everybody grieves differently.
Yes.
So, that's important as well. But you're right, Jermaine. The government is killing us all the time, you know, And I've always said that this virus is man-made. This virus is man-made. This virus that what we're going through right now today, that came out of lab. You got to know that. Like, how y'all don't know that? The government, don't y'all know that the FDA controls your medication, clothes, food, all of that. And whenever they want to come up with a new medication, and I always tell people to think about the Tuskegee Airmen. Remember when they had that? They went through that. They
I do.
tested
I
them.
remember. Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, if that was going on back then, don't y'all know that that's going on right now today? So whenever they want to come up with new medication, new vaccinations, new everything, they come out with these viruses. They come out with different things to control the economy, to control the population. All that is through the government. So Jermaine, you are correct. I've been saying that since the pandemic started. I've always said that was man-made. That them scientists was over there playing around, and they injected some folk, and it just spread it like wildfire. Now, and they knew it was gonna spread because they knew what they was doing. Now, look at what they're doing. They're trying to come up with a vaccination. We all got to be vaccinated, right? So the FDA control everything, your food, your clothes, your medicine, everything. Whenever they want to come up with a new medication, such as antibiotics, you name it, you can look for them to start playing around with nature, playing around with us.
Well,
So
you know
I,
they got something new because they want to do boosters to this. So they got you did the two, then you got to have a
exactly.
6 month booster. I mean, come on, you're gonna keep getting this forever. I mean, when is it gonna stop? So
And
you're gonna
then
get the booster how much?
it turned into you got different kinds now. You got one that's really bad, that's over there in Europe, somewhere over there in Europe. They got one that's really bad, that is eating people skin away, in their face, and it's nasty, But yeah, they got a whole different, and since COVID-19 hit, it's been different strands. Have y'all been
Yes.
reading that? It's
Well, I
been
know
different
politics as
strands.
usual has been keeping people up on those.
Right, honeycomb, in India. That's in India. You're right, because that's what Porter been reporting on, and that's what
Yes.
I've been reading. So, um, y'all, we have to see this thing for what it is. And I've been speaking on it. I've been saying that forever, forever and a day, you know. And the government has always, yes, eating people's skin off out of their face, eyes, um, everything. It's a new strand. It's called the black plague, green plague, or whatever. But it's real bad, and it's over. Like Honeycomb say, it's over there in India. So I just want y'all to be safe out there. Take care of yourself. Continue to wear those masks. Continue to social distance. Continue to wash your hands and everything. Y'all don't be paying no attention to these folks on this news, on that news, because they're gonna lead you wrong every time. You know, you got to be mindful of that. You know, and they was talking about. I heard today they talking about people now having common colds because people's been under those masks, so that they're suffering from now is outbreak where people just having common colds, and a lot of people thought that they had the virus when they only had a common cold. So you guys, y'all still be careful out there, out there in this world, because this thing ain't gone nowhere. And
Oh
just
no,
because,
Silverback did have the COVID. Remember, he said he was thinking he had COVID. He had it. He said for 11 days now. Mm.
oh, you didn't have, oh wow,
Oh,
Silverback.
so because remember he
So
said he
how
was gonna
you
go to the
feeling,
doctor.
baby?
Mm.
I know you told me you was going to the doctor, but you ain't
Yeah,
told me you had COVID.
I didn't see his Saturday show. Maybe he told us on Saturday. Did you see him on Saturday?
No, he didn't do no Saturday show.
He
He
didn't. Oh,
didn't.
Silverback, how are you? What you
No.
doing? How you doing, Silverback? I'm sorry you got COVID, but you're gonna make it through. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, Jermaine, why they always go over there? Why they always over there in Africa killing them people? You know, when you remember when the AIDS SARS, when AIDS first come out, guess where it was?
Africa.
It was over there in Africa. And y'all
Yeah.
remember the movie Outbreak? Remember that movie? That movie was literally um in reference to SARS, the outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm.
with the little chimp, the outbreak movie. That was literally for that disease. They called it SARS back then, but
Wow.
yeah, and they were over there, and it started over there in Africa. You know they kill all them people over there,
Mm.
and that's still a big thing in that country. HIV, you know, is bad over
Right. Mm-mm. But no, but they said it's still an issue. It's still an issue here in America, though. They just don't talk about it. They don't talk
there.
about AIDS.
Yeah,
It's not. I guess it's controllable enough that they don't have to. Um, they don't have to keep making it a big old issue. But they said that if more women are dying from it. If a woman gets it, she dies faster than the man, and it's just. I said, "Wow, this is horrible."
yeah. So they be over there first killing off them people like it ain't nothing, and they die in droves though, mass, because they had mass graves, back then when AIDS first came on the scene. But again, that's something that was made in the lab, you know, and once it got over here to the United States, we got it late, but it was in the 80s when it did appear, you know, when it did appear in the States, So, it's crazy. The government do a lot of stuff, you know. But yeah, Silverback, I hope you feel better. And you said today was the first day that you were able to take a shower? Oh wow.
At least it happened. That's good that he's feeling much better. That's a blessing. I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
him. I'm gonna
so
keep him on my prayer list.
yeah, yeah, Silverback. I know you were supposed to come back and tell us that what the doctor said, but you ain't come back and tell me.
Well, he gave us a sign by not doing the show. I didn't even know he didn't do the show. I could have sworn I saw a notification.
He did
I
an
didn't even know
upload,
that,
but it didn't
Silverback. I'm
go through.
sorry.
It was he removed it. He tried to
Oh,
do it, but it didn't go through because I seen it.
oh, yeah. I saw a
I got the
notification. I didn't
notification.
know he wasn't on. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
So I hope you. Yeah, the disco area show was honeycomb. Show was it was during the disco era, and people wasn't really paying attention to it, but yeah, that's where it started over there. They infected all them people with that, and all them people died, and now we have people that have it now that's able to live with it because they didn't got medication that helps them live longer and control the virus even better. So when you think about that, when y'all think about medication and food and all that, they go through the FDA. All they go through the FDA. So whenever they want a new medication, you can look for a virus to come up and they go to spreading. It go to spreading because they're trying to get a new medication.
But you know what? I don't understand, and they still doing these cloning things because they got cloning for your dog. And when they clone the dog, it's a baby. They don't get the dog at the age it died. They're trying to hold on to that dog so much. People was telling them, why are you spending thousands and thousands of dollars to clone your dog when they could have just got a new puppy? They could get the same breed. It's just crazy. People just doing too much.
Yeah, yeah, it's sad. We gotta we gotta do better and stop doing this foolishness like cloning and all that kind of stuff. Just go and get you another dog. Well, a lot of people probably think that if they clone their dog, it'd be the same dog they had at first. But I don't believe that. That ain't
I
the
sure,
same
I
dog.
sure don't. I don't believe that. The
It's
spirit is
just the same
gone.
breed.
Yes.
It's just the same identical breed, but that ain't the same dog that you had.
They just being weird. The spirit is gone. Once the spirit of that person is gone, is gone. You can't replace that spirit. That's people having that mental issue that they just can't move on. They so traumatized and they're not dealing with the loss. Like they refuse it. They refuse that the loss is there. So they keep trying to do things to keep it going. Just like them people that remember they were showing the stories about the people that had got their parents like stuffed. They had this procedure where you can just stuff the dead body, like mummify it, and they was
Oh
keeping it
yeah,
around. And I
yeah,
said, now see, that's people who don't want to let the death go. They are dead guys. I mean, it's not. We're not trying to be insensitive, but some people they really do some weird stuff. I mean, it's already, it's one thing you keep the urn. Okay, we keep the urn, keep it in a private place. Something. I don't know. It's just too much for me. Some people, they just make me uncomfortable because they're
I
not
know.
dealing with the loss.
I know it's a lot of people make me uncomfortable. Them paranormal people that won't talk to the dead, and
Yes.
them other people that do them cards. I don't like because Rosa had somebody on now on her
She had a
channel.
tarot card reader.
She had a tarot card reader, and they gonna ask me, "You want to talk to your loved ones?" That was before my sister passed. I said, "No, I'll see them when I get there. I'll talk to them when I get to heaven, baby. Ain't no rush to talk to anybody."
Well, who was she trying to get you to talk to if your sister was still alive?
No, that was way before my sister died, child. But she had one of them people over there with the tarot cards that
Yes.
do that tarot stuff, and so they
Yes.
asked me that I want to talk to anybody in the other world.
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
"No, baby, I don't fool around with like that." I say, "I
No.
see him when I get over there. I talk to him. We'll have a wang dang doodle then, child. But right now, on this side, no, I don't want to talk to him. You know,
Oh my
crazy.
God.
I don't like dealing with. I don't like stuff like that. Like leave them people
Mm-mm.
alone.
Leave them alone. That's what I say. But
Like
even when we
leave that
do,
be.
but even when we with the Afrocentric thing, when we do that little African thing, and they get that water, and they say call on one of them spirits, and we supposed to pour some water out for somebody. I forget the name of it now. When they pour the water, and you asking for you got call out a name of one of your dead family members. I say, you know what? I said I don't think this is a good idea, guys. I said I don't think we should leave this alone.
I don't like
The
all that.
honeycomb said, what you call that honeycomb? When you yes oh yes she know. I don't like messing with that because
Oh,
sometimes I feel
liberation.
some movement in the atmosphere when they do that right there. I don't like it. And I said no no no. I said you're doing too much now.
Yeah, that stuff ain't normal to me. Cause why would
Mm-mm.
you want to talk to the people on the other side? Like who? Like I ain't interested in that. Like I'm not. Like let them people be at peace. Like why would you want to talk to the the dead? Like no, I
So they
don't
didn't
want
let
to
him
do
go
that.
anyway. They didn't let him go.
Mm. She say liberation is what it's called.
Yeah, and I bet because
What
they
it's
they they
called.
pour the water and they call them. Like if you do like a rite of passage. I used to go to this rite of passage program with Abyssinian Church. That's a church in Harlem, and
Mhm.
they give the children a new name and everything, and they put a sash around them and stuff. But it's kind of cute, but then it's kind of too. They get too spiritual after a while. You're sitting there, and then he said, "Well, this ain't God. There's something spiritual going on, but it ain't the spirit of the Lord here. So what y'all doing?" They get a whole ritual going. And I said, see the church. I said, where the pastor at? I said, why the pastor don't know? Because sometimes they want to be so African, they not paying attention to what they're doing.
Yeah, that's right. Jermaine say pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, pharmaceutical companies make a lot of money. And if you ever paid attention to when you in the doctor office and the doctor want to give you a prescription, do you know a lot of times the pharmaceutical companies, the reps come into the doctor's office and give them samples of drugs that hadn't hit the market yet. Some of them have, and some of them haven't. So the pharmaceutical tech come into the office and get them, talk to the doctor about these new drugs that they want to give you. So Jermaine, you are correct. Like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And when the doctor want to prescribe you a medication, a lot of times he have samples of that medication in
Yes.
his office, and he'll give you samples of that medication, and then write you a prescription, because pharmaceutical companies make a lot of money off of off of us, off of us. And like I say, Jermaine said it correctly that whenever they want to come up with a new vaccination, a new drug, antibiotics, you can look for them to come out with a virus, just like the flu. We have a new flu strain every year. Every year we have a new flu strain, and every year they have a new medication for the flu. That's why I be telling people I don't take the flu. Like, take a flu shot? Nah, y'all crazy. I ain't taking no flu shot. I don't do the flu shot. But every year they come out with that.
They do.
Yeah, they get, yeah,
But
doctor.
they thought this was the flu originally. They said, "Oh, this is just the flu," and then they said, "No, this is worse than the flu." And they started saying it was maybe SARS. And they didn't know what it was. They said,
Jermaine, that's Europe. That the pharmaceutical companies are over there in Europe, and a lot of our drugs come from over there. That's right. Doctors get a big kickback from that silverback. So you're not. I didn't see them come up in the doctor's office. The pharmaceutical rep, they come in the doctor's office with them big briefcase, but them briefcase have samples of medication, of drugs in there.
"Yes,
Yeah, honeycomb, I'm one of them. People with lupus have no immune system. So I don't fool around with. I the only shot I take is the pneumonia shot. The flu shot I don't fool with. I don't fool with that. Mm-mm.
I didn't know they had a pneumonia shot."
Yeah, you can take a pneumonia shot. They only
That's
give
what
it
it's
to you
called, or has it got some other kind
every
of name?
no, it's pneumonia. They only give
Mm,
it to you every 2-3 years, I think. That's the only
mm,
time you take it. You take it every 2-3 years. You don't take it every year. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
but that's the only one I take. I will not take the flu shot. Ever, ever. You know. But y'all, we didn't went over our hour. Um, I enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all all for coming. Um, Jermaine, thank you for joining us, baby. Honeycomb, Silverback. I hope you feeling better. I hope you feeling better, Silverback. I ain't know you was over there sick, Lord. I gotta check on my buddy. My buddy.
Yes.
My buddy.
That's
I
Big
gotta
Daddy.
check on my buddy. My buddy. My buddy. I was waiting on my buddy though to tell me if he had it or not. Had it or not. Oh Lord. Oh, 8 years. Now I think it's good for now. It ain't 8 Silverback. I don't think they waited that long for a pneumonia shot.
That's a good shot. 8 years. That's like your passport.
That long. Silverback. But I think it do go from I think it's every 2, 3 years. I don't think it's 8 years, child. That's a long time. That's a long time, Silverback. But I thank y'all all for Honeycomb and Jermaine. You getting 12 jealous. Oh, okay.
What he said? What? Hey, Nelly. I see Nelly in here. Hey, Nelly Nuggets.
Yeah, yeah, she in here. I thank y'all all for coming over and joining us. I don't know where my other two guests at. I guess they got their days messed up. But hopefully I can get Information Man and Porter next week. Next week. Am I gonna do
I
it
hope
next week?
Information Man
I
don't
don't
think
know.
it's 8 o'clock at his
No,
time, because you know
no,
that it's 5 o'clock your time.
no, Information Man up here with me. Information Man in California.
And so he knows 5 o'clock for him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
cause he up here with me. Now they probably got their days messed up. They probably didn't think it was today, but
Mm.
I don't know how they didn't think it was today because I specifically put in the email this Tuesday at 5 o'clock. So
Hmm.
um, maybe I get them next week. Maybe they if I do it next week. I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet next week, but um, we'll see. But yeah. Thank you, Honeycomb, for coming over. Jermaine. Jermaine was with me last night. He said he fell asleep on me last night. But that's okay because I wasn't up here much longer, Jermaine. But thank you for coming over. Thank you all for and Screw, my buddy Screw in here. Thank you, baby. It's good to see you, Screw. I be missing Screw because Screw don't do his exercises and his cooking no more as he used to. So I miss being over there with him. Miss being over there with him. But thank y'all for joining us. We surely passed our hour.
You like to do that, Purple. You know you like passing the hour.
Yeah, when we have good conversations, it's always good, because it teaches you a lot about what you really talking about, stuff that you might not know. You learn something from, like, I learn something every time we have these panels, that
Hmm.
I might not know, or you learn something about that person that you might not know,
Hmm. Hmm.
because like Derrick say, he worked in the medical field, and I didn't know he worked in the medical field
Hmm. Hmm.
till last week, till you told me that he was, he worked in the medical field, you know. So, it's good that because I learn something every time we do these panels, and I learn from, the people that be up here. You learn a lot from them too, as well.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
that's
I
a
like
good
that they
thing.
always give us some personal. They always give us something personal. Andrea always shares something personal with us.
Yeah, she do. I'm gonna have to check on her. I talked to her earlier today, but I'm gonna check on her again tomorrow and see how she doing, how she feeling.
She not
But
feeling well today?
no, she wasn't feeling well. She called me about, I guess she called me about 2:30 and told me she wasn't feeling any better, and that
Oh,
she probably wouldn't be able to do the show. And I told her, okay, no problem. I hope she feel better and that I'll be checking on her.
yeah. We
And
gotta just keep everybody in our prayers, because
yeah, I got
it's
two
always
people
good to cover people.
I got two people I got to check on. No, three. Isaiah, I got to keep up with Isaiah. Isaiah is a law supporter of mine, and he been hanging in here with me. And here he lost his father, and he going through. I got to keep check on him. Um,
Yes.
Lysandra Fabulous Life, keep check on them. And Silverback.
Yes, I'm so happy that he came in here. Though he graced our presence with this live. That shows that he real support. You see that, right? Because he not
Yeah,
feeling well, and he still came in the comment section. Thank you, Silverback.
yeah. Thank you, my buddy. my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. But I didn't know my buddy was over there with that
With
Rona,
COVID, wow, that's crazy.
you know, with
But
that
people
Rona.
get out of it. They could. He's like now. This is like the fourth person I know that had it, and they get out of it. They have it and they get out. Unfortunately, a Silverback is the first person I know that knew they had it. Because see, the most of the people I know when they take the test, that's how they find out. Because they have to take the test when at some work environments, and then they test positive. But they didn't feel like they were sick. They just tested
Yeah,
positive, and they
yeah,
can't come back until they test negative. And
negative.
so so they don't really feel sick. But Silverback said that he had aches all over his body, and he wasn't feeling well. He wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
So he was the first person I know that had the Rona that did not feel well.
He said that last week, and I was waiting on him to tell me. He said he was going to the doctor, so I was sitting up here waiting on him to tell me, what the doctor said. But yeah, I seen he tried to go live Saturday, but it didn't go through. So I sat there and waited, and I say, oh, he still ain't gonna go live. Then I say, oh, well,
Wow.
maybe he having technical difficulties. That's what I thought.
Oh, yes.
And
Okay.
it
Oh,
just dawned on me to hit him up on Instagram, but I'll be checking on it over there on Instagram, because that there I hear people. Um, hey, Perlina, thank you for coming in. Um, yeah, I hear people say it's bad. I hear people say they can't breathe.
mm.
I hear people say they ain't got no taste.
Yes. I
You
yes
know
I heard that. Yes, I heard that all the time.
that you lose your taste, and a lot of
Yes.
people ain't regain their taste either. You know, so you know you was too sick to go on. Yeah, 'cause I seen you tried, but you removed it, and I say, well, maybe he having technical difficulties. That's what I thought,
Right.
but I didn't think you were, still feeling bad. 'Cause I ain't hear from you. But when you feeling bad, you ain't got time to be talking to nobody.
No. No. No.
When I'm feeling bad, I ain't got time to be talking to nobody. I just want to feel better, you know. So, you know, um, I hope you feel better. It's good to see you, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. They used to have a dog called My Buddy. And that was the song of it. My buddy, my buddy.
That's what they use for. They use that for the Chucky doll, because Chucky, he was like a My Buddy doll.
Yeah, I don't remember it being for Chucky. I just remember a
No,
dog.
no, it wasn't. Well, no, it wasn't for Chucky, but Chucky was it was like he was patterned after that My Buddy doll.
Oh, he was patting after. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they was, and Chucky. They still making Chucky's. There's supposed to be another one coming out. Silver Snow Cone was telling me they got another Chucky coming out. I
Mm.
couldn't believe they still making no movies. I said, really?
Well, they would know them movie fans over there. Them paranormal. That's them paranormal folks. That's them that be out there
I
talking
said
that
they
talking
still got
that.
Chucky. God, I said, Lord, Chucky got another movie. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, they ought to go and let Chucky be quiet. Because Chucky didn't have about 3 or 4 movies. How many
Oh
more
my
movies
goodness,
they
so
gonna make?
many of them.
Because they had a girl Chucky.
Yeah,
The
he got
bride of
married.
Chucky.
Yeah, he got
The
married.
bride of Chucky. You know. Who said you was a dog?
Look, that's what I was trying to find out. I'm looking up in the chat trying to find out why is he saying
who,
that.
who said you was a dog? Like, can't nobody see that big old gorilla back there?
They must not be familiar with the picture, but he not tell. I guess he's feeling better. He's feeling so much better. He can make nonsense jokes because nobody who mentioned. I don't see it in the comments. You see any comments talking about some dog?
No.
I don't know why.
Are you sure you feeling better, Silverback?
He said my buddy. Said Purple said my buddy was a dog.
A dog? No, it was a dog, not a dog. It was a dog, man. Not no dog.
Silverback is obviously feeling better. You know he's making jokes. Please stop.
It was a dog. I said it was a dog. A dog. My buddy was a dog, not a dog. Now you know good and well I wouldn't call you no dog.
He knows good and well. He's not making no sense right there. He's feeling good. Is he drinking? What is he drinking? Is he drinking that drink? You saw him. He got that drink, the sponsored drink called Pussy. No, but you know he's drinking that drink called Pussy. He got a drink called Pussy.
Huh?
Yeah, you ain't been looking at his show. Just go to the replay.
Man, you over there drinking liquid cookies?
He's still looking at the replay. It looked just like his favorite. It looked just like his favorite drink, but it's not called it. Oh no! And I said, Lord, I said, what kind of damn drink is this? I ain't never seen it. I ain't seen it in the stores, but I've been looking, trying to find out what he got.
I'm gonna pray for you. You over there drinking liquid coochie? Nah, I ain't say dog. I said dog. Quit drinking that liquid coochie. Maybe
that's why. Look, it wasn't until after he was drinking that he got sick. I wasn't drinking no more. I would just let that go.
You know, he a single man, and he always got his eyes on women. He might not be around there drinking no liquid coochie. He might be doing the other things, you know. He might have some. Nah, he ain't got nobody laying up next side him, cause
God,
they'll put him off of here if they heard me and you talking about him like that. Heard this conversation, so it ain't nobody.
All you gotta do is replay his show. Just replay it. He got it. He showed us the drink. He got it right there. He didn't take it down. Look what he said. He said it right there.
Lord Jesus. Boy, I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, we gotta pray for him.
She say you got a drink. What's the name of your drink? You ain't here 12. Say you got some. You drinking liquid.
Oh my God!
You know I ain't know you was over there drinking that liquid stuff. Over there got you some in a jar, huh? Got you some in the can?
Really? Yeah, that's crazy, Donna. Donna is right there. He put it. I couldn't believe it.
Really? Silverback. Now you set yourself up for this one now. Now come on, tell us. Cause we all waiting.
It's not a dull moment on his show. It's not a dull moment. We be looking at that. He always throws something out.
I was in his last show, but I missed that.
You missed it. Look, he said it's sponsored. He's sponsored by that drink. I said no. He got sick after. I'm telling you, he had it right on his show. He showed it to us. It looked just like the other energy drink.
I need just like it. So you could come up in here and tell us how that drink tastes. We got this link.
He's not gonna come out.
Link. My buddy. Come on up here and tell us how that tastes.
I said, now what? I said, now you know that I ain't never heard of that drink, never.
You sponsored it. You sponsored it. Well, I guess so then, baby. I see why not.
But just like Community Coffee that Black Knight has, I never seen Community Coffee. That's another You know, he's Silverback got his own, but it's an outrageous name. That energy
Thank
drink
you,
is outrageous.
Honeycomb. Thank you, Honeycomb, for coming over, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
See you
I
later,
enjoyed
Honeycomb.
you.
Thank you.
Uh, he say he sponsored the drink. It's an energy drink. I bet you it
Yeah.
is an energy drink. It gives you a lot of energy, huh?
I never heard it. It's only on you. It's only on his. It's exclusive for Silverback. Exclusive.
Mm. Lord have mercy. My buddy out here wilding out. I got him an energy drink. Lord Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to pray for you, Silverback. You don't have to tell me about that energy drink. You don't have to tell me about that energy drink.
All the guys know.
But he the only one up there sponsoring it and drinking it. Is it anybody else up there drinking it? Because the rest of them guys got wives.
Yeah.
A lot of them got wives, so is they up there?
Oh God.
What did he say? Oh, I will say it's not very. Oh, it ain't very good. But you ain't put it down, have you? You still got that elbow action going, huh? You still bending that elbow with the can, huh? Huh?
Oh my God.
Silverback, my buddy. And then over there talking about he got COVID. Now you over there with that drink. What that drink got in it? What the coochie drink got in it?
It's outrageous. I said he always got something on his show, something different. He give you something to look at.
What the energy drink got in it? Silverback.
Purple, you saw that? You saw his show.
You smell to it.
Purple,
you wearing it out, ain't you?
Purple. You saw the show when he had that girl come up and she stood on the chair and showed us her tattoo that was on her high part of her thigh. And I was like, what? I couldn't believe that one. I said, what is this woman doing? She got a whole merch line. She got merch and everything. He said he brought some of that merch. So Silverback, he's always doing something. He keeps his show live. I know people was missing him. They were missing him Saturday.
Yeah, he said it got all natural ingredients. I bet it
do. Outrageous. I like your name for it. I like how you term it. I must come and call it that.
I bet it do. Coochie. He got him some.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it that. That's coochie juice. Yes.
My buddy always got something up his sleeve, Lord.
Always.
He always round there doing something, Lord. And here I was feeling bad for him. That he was
why you can't feel bad for him?
Because he round there with that coochie drink. Man, with coochie drink, he can't be feeling that bad.
Oh my God.
We can't be feeling that bad and then say it's all natural. I bet it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nasty. He nasty. Stop being fresh. So that means he's doing better. He could be fresh. Yes, go on, be fresh.
I got to mess with my buddy. That's my buddy.
Yes,
my buddy talking about I call him a dog. Now that's a dog. A dog ain't my buddy.
Now you know, Purple, he messing because that doesn't even make no sense. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know he messing.
Talking about I called him a dog. No, that's a dog. A dog. You ain't never heard of that dog? It was back, I don't know. Oh, when Chucky came out, because my buddy was out before Chucky.
80s. He came out in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he came out in the 80s.
My buddy is a dog. My buddy, and it had a song. My buddy.
It goes wherever you go, he's gonna go. Yep.
Yeah, my buddy. So that's why I was saying that. Yeah, it's all natural, huh? Silverback. Maybe you drinking too much of that coochie drink. That's probably what got you sick. You done drunk too much protein.
Well, after he got that hug, Pimpin and him, they had met each other at one of them race cars events, and Pimpin said he hugged him.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I'm messing. Let me stop messing on this battle. Let me stop messing with Pimpin. Sure enough, that he said, I got to hug Silverback. Yes, he did.
Oh Lord. You hug Pimpin'?
Pimpin TV.
Now I don't know if I would have did that Silverback.
We had to stop messing with the car drive. Where's Sublime? Where are these guys anyway? Where are they? Laugh Bar and Sublime.
You got to learn to give them the fist bump or the elbow. You don't be around there hugging on nobody. See what you come out with, hugging on folk.
I think it was the juice and all the hugs. It was the juice and the hugs that got him in and did it in.
Yeah, Chuck came out in 1988. So my buddy wasn't too much far behind. My buddy. Yeah, it's a man dog. And that was the song of it. That was the song of it. My buddy. My buddy. The old Silverback. Lord have mercy. Child, I'm going to pray for you. Now, I'm going to be talking to you on the ground. Man, what you up there doing? Silverback. Silverback, what you up there doing? You got your drink? That's what I'm going to ask you. You got that drink?
He ain't saying that. He ain't talking no more. He done left us.
No, he say the only real support is 12 is me. 12 is me.
What? What? Did he go messing? He must be having some trouble typing. He's in pain, but he laughed,
He ain't no pain, child.
Yeah, he's in pain, but he laughed.
What's Silverback got going on over yonder? He ain't in no pain, drinking some coochie drink.
Oh Lord, you know what I'm saying? He fresh. He ain't never gonna stop being fresh now. He ain't gonna stop being fresh.
And he sang a too. Child, please. He better he better do like I seen some people do, have that they wear a whole condom over their whole body.
What are you talking about? What? Who do that?
Since he's single. I seen that on a movie one time where they had them whole condoms they put over their body.
That don't make no sense though. That don't make no sense. No.
I don't want my buddy to be around here doing, scabious things and getting sick and going on, so he might want to cover himself. Get your hazmat suit.
Yes, I like those hazmat suits. Yes, I think that is necessary
when you go amongst them other men. Because Pimpin look like he could carry something.
Oh, you better stop. Don't let him come over here. You better stop it right now.
He a young man too.
He's single. He's a young single man. He said, he got too much going on to mess with some woman right now. It's too much.
Who that
about to blow up? Pimpin', because he's about to blow up in his comedy career. So he ain't got no time to be messing with no women that's just want him for his money. Trying to get to come up. He said, I ain't got no time for no women that's clout chasing.
I don't know, because Pimpin' got a lot of mouth. So he might get on some women nerve with all that talking he do. So it's kind of hard for me to believe.
You better stop. Why you acting like he ain't gonna hear you? Will you behave?
He probably could keep their attention for a little while, but
we ain't talking about nobody. We were just messing with Silverback.
Pimpin' and lost the poor woman because he
just messing with Silverback. Why Silverback ain't talking? Silverback
talking and grinning, so the poor woman, he done scared the poor woman.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we know Pimpin' your friend. But Pimpin do talk a whole lot. He talk and he be grinning all at the same time. Child, that child now. Mm. I'm being nice. You know, just that don't be around there hugging on them type of people. Silverback. But like I say, get you a hazmat suit whenever you got to meet up with somebody. Meet up with your little buddies.
Yes.
Unless they married, then the married ones you could probably take a chance with, but them single ones, you don't know who they've been waddling with. My grandparents used to say, you lay down with a dog, you wake up with fleas.
See, there you go back, talk about dogs again. See, he done got you thinking about dogs.
Silverback, they say you lay down with dogs, you'll wake up with fleas, and ain't no telling what them single men laying down with, child.
Mm.
And you then went over there and hugged Pimpin and come back feeling bad. You better not be hugging on nobody no more.
He done sold his car and everything. He done sold his old beautiful Till car. Want the Till car no more. And then, just so much going on with Silverback. Oh.
No, he sold his Mustang, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's the Till car that he always showcasing. He sold that.
Yeah. And here you go, true purple. Yeah, that is true. You don't know what them single men be around there doing. You better quit hugging on folks. You see what it got to this last time. This time. Now don't be around there hugging on nobody. You better do your fist pump. You don't know what they've been laying down with, boy. They single. You
said don't give up the fist pump. You said we're gonna keep it going, huh?
Yeah. He said Colossal Green. Yeah. What you got?
Beautiful.
Because in Silverback, I always got his eyes on women. He ain't no virgin.
Oh my God. He's an Aquarius though. He team Aquarius.
He Silverback ain't no virgin now, y'all. Silverback a single man. And Silverback be over there living a single life. Silverback can cook.
I thought you told me to take out his.
No, child, they
I'm sorry.
been done. These three here.
I'm sorry, Purple.
Ooh. You the father. Who the father? I ain't the father. Not me.
No, when you finish doing that, I do. Right here. I want you to work through.
Who you talking about, Silverback? Me? I know one thing you better do, like I'm telling you, put you on the hazmat suit when you go around your little single buddies. And don't be hugging on them. Do the fist pump. Do the elbow pump. You know how y'all be doing. Y'all be wilding out over there on y'all on that channel. Y'all know what y'all be doing. But y'all, let me get up off here. Talking to y'all. Y'all had fun.
Me too. I always have fun when we got family. When family's in the room is a good talk, Everybody know everybody.
Oh, you going on the boy, Silverback. Who gonna be on the Mary Pumvic show? Not you. You boy, I bet not turn. Well, I can't get it up here no how. That don't even come on. I don't even know if it come on anymore.
Yes, it still comes on. Yes.
Oh, I can't get it up here.
He even got a YouTube channel. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were saying, are you the father? Like the well, don't you be around here somebody hollering not talking about, are you the father?
He won't be one if he wearing a hazmat suit. That means he not gonna wear that. He not taking your advice then. He gonna wear a hazmat suit. He won't be nobody's father.
Well, back to this drink, this energy drink. Where did you find that at? Is they selling that on Amazon?
They came to you, right, Silverback? I think they approached him, right? They sent you an email because they sponsoring him to showcase it on his channel.
And he picked it, huh? He said, why not?
Yeah. He said, yeah, go. Let's go. Let's go. I'll
Why
show
not?
everybody.
Let me try this out. Let me see what this is all about. So why not?
The men love talking about it. I was on. I said, Lord, that's why I hardly even want to talk on his show because he got so much nonsense with them men up there. He got so much nonsense on that show. It's like you being in the den with the men. Please, no women allowed. He said everybody's welcome. Yeah, talking nonsense, drinking that kind of juice. Everybody welcome. I'm not gonna drink it.
No, ain't no need for me to drink it if I got one. Ain't no need for me
oh my God.
ain't no need for me.
We should say men only, please. Or men only channel. He got wildest channel. I can't believe you ain't see him when he did that. All you gotta do is go to the replay. Outrageous.
Oh, I got to go over there and see that then. Well, what the can look like? Is it
no, it's like the juice that he drink. You know he likes to drink that monster drink, right? With 0 calories. It almost look exactly like that. It's that bright white silver. But it's not the monster drink, and it got that name on the whole can. Going, please.
Now,
The guys love it. They be laughing hard. He got all the guys laughing.
I heard years ago that the monster drinks have bull sperm in them.
Yeah, I heard something like that, but I didn't believe that. I don't believe that. I drank that monster drink because I went and got it because it was in my store, and I got it it was nice. It didn't have no special. It wasn't overly.
Did you read the can? Because they say it's on the can.
Really?
I heard that years ago.
Maybe in Red Bull. We talking about Monster. Maybe Red Bull got that.
Monster. I ain't talking about Red Bull. No, I'm talking about the monster drink because one of my good friends, Anthony Green, he drunk them all the time. And he the one who told me. But that was years ago. Child, that was a long time ago when they first started coming out and they became popular. You know, and they started coming out with all different brands.
Yes.
He told me, he read the ingredients and he told me that. And I say, what? I say, well, you be knocking them things back. Like, you ain't know you were drinking that? Here you go. Well, that's what it say on the can. Let's ask our good friend Silverback, who drinking the coochie.
Yeah, he loves that.
What do you drink? Silverback.
He's so back. He's so back in here.
Does the monster drink have bull sperm in it? Because I heard that a long time ago. Like long time ago. Do you know if that have that in there? You care to share? He said, do you want me to show you? Yeah, I would love for you to show me, child. You know I want to see.
He gonna come up. He gonna come on the panel, show us that can, please. It's silver. It's a bright silver can, like it's some kind of champagne, like bottle. It's like his stuff. And I said, what? Silverback is a mess.
Yes, he is. But
now he's not feeling well, Lord.
I'm gonna pray for you, Lord. Now I lay me down to sleep if I should die before I wake up. Hey, Lord, my soul to take, baby. That's for you. My poor buddy. My buddy over there drinking coochie drink. Yeah, I want to see it. Now you send me a picture to my Instagram because you know I'm gonna hit you up over there. You know that, ain't you? You know I'm gonna want to see it. You know, because I'm nosy, child. You know I'm gonna want to see it. I'm gonna want to see it, child. But Lord, let me get up off of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. 12. I'm gonna get up off of here. We done run everybody out talking about Silverback and his drink, his energy drink. Well, thank y'all for coming. Silverback, you feel better, baby.
Yeah, feel
Thank
better,
y'all for
Silverback.
coming. I enjoyed y'all. Hold up, you coming on? You coming
Yeah,
up
he
here?
supposed to show us the drink.
Oh Lord, let me drop the link then. Hold on a minute. Let me drop the link again.
He said
too much. We were supposed to be washing my hair too.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash your hair.
Get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna wait on you, child. Lord, he coming up. Lord Jesus. Let me see what this man drinking. Lord have mercy.
You look purple. You're gonna see. It's just something you read. It don't look like a difference from the can that he usually drinks, a Monster. It looked like the Monster can. So he tricking us. It's a tricky can. It's a tricky marketing of that bottle.
Right now, don't be trying to trick us, Silverback, because you know, 12 already know what the can look like.
And almost all them guys, Sublime, all of them. Boss man single, you know.
Oh, is?
Yeah, they all friends, all of them.
I love me some T. Hessler because T. Hessler be over there. That T. Hessler is funny.
T. Hessler single?
I don't know if T. Hessler is single. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask.
I know Boss Man is single. Pippin is single. So they get to cutting up when they inside of Silverbacks show. I think 5 to the 10 is single. You know, the one who said he never sober. 5 to the 10. I think he's single. I ain't sure, but yeah, I think he's sober. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me. I think he's single though. Oh, he said he never sober. He makes me laugh.
Jesus. Well, I know T. Hustler. When he up there, he be drinking his little drink. Look like he be drinking a Moscow Mule, because he had that. Yeah, he had that copper looking can cup. So it looked like T. Hustler be drinking the Moscow Mules. But T. Hustler is funny to me.
Yes.
He real funny. He hilarious. But no, I ain't see that, child. I missed a lot then. Child, let me see this can this man drinking out of. Jesus. I hope I can contain myself and not bust out laughing.
Well, you already know what to expect. You're gonna laugh. I bet you already ready, because you know how his Monster drink look. His Monster can looks regular, and that's how this look. It looked just like the Monster can.
Yeah, the guy that told me that about the bull sperm was he drunk the Monster drink. That was before they had all the brands that they have now. Child, he told me that long time ago. That's why I was asking Silverback. Did he know that was in there? Because when Anthony,
I know I ain't read nothing like that. No, I got that Monster drink. I got it because he was drinking it so much. I wanted to try it for myself, and I had got that.
They not that good, so I don't know how.
It's almost, you know what it tastes like to me. It almost take like a Mountain Dew. You know Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew don't have no real particular taste. You know. Yeah. It's got like a little limeish kind of taste. It tastes like Mountain Dew, the one he likes.
Hey, what's up, ladies?
Hey, what's wrong? You got that? Oh Lord.
You see it already? I don't see nothing yet.
Yeah, I see it.
Come on in here. See, look just like that.
Now look, hey, 12. A can of Monster is twice the size. This is only 8-ounce can. This is only a size can is this here. Hold on a minute. It says 8.45 ounce can, so it's much smaller than a can of Monster. It's thinner and smaller. Oh, this is like a can of Red Bull.
But it's got the same kind of look. Yeah. Oh, so okay. See, it's purple. It looked just like a knot. Only if you read the name.
I got a whole thing behind me on the wall of them. Whole selection.
A whole case of it?
No, I got nothing. They gave me 6 of them.
Oh, okay.
And they're not very good, by the way. Just let you know.
They don't taste that good.
They don't taste good. Hey, let me just tell you this: they don't smell good and they don't taste good.
That's some bad. That's some bad.
I got a bad selection. I can tell you.
That's some bad coochie.
Yeah, it's bad. They give me a bad.
You're crazy.
Bad yeah.
They gave you
Silverback ain't right. You done brought him up here to make me be messy. See, Silverback being messy.
Hey, now,
that's my buddy. That's my buddy. You know, he come with me.
You want to see the thing I brought up with you?
I go over there with the mess.
Now, Silverback, didn't you get rid of that car? That's the car you sold, right?
I got rid of that car. Yeah, I sold it. Yeah.
Oh, so you gotta change. Now you gotta change your profile picture. Poor baby gone.
Yeah, I gotta get a new baby now.
So what? Oh, you ain't bought you none yet?
Cars are too expensive right now. They're not making any cars right now. Every cars are way overpriced right now. You want to buy a car now, you waste your money.
Oh, okay. So what you thinking about getting you?
Nothing right now until they start making cars again.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna get that black car you were showing us. I thought you liked the black car.
Which one's that?
I forget the model, but it was all black, and you said you gonna get a car. You was gonna get that one.
I don't know.
Donna asked, was it a condom on that?
I got an all black car. You know?
Oh, you already got an all black.
Donna asked, was it a condom on that drink?
No. I can put one on there for you. If you want me to put one on there for you?
You're crazy. You're crazy. Donna, you here for the mess? Donna, you here for the mess? That's an outrageous drink. I ain't never seen it. It's exclusive for Silverback. I ain't never seen it before. Only Silverback.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Now, my buddy, how did the people come to you? I mean, how did they find you? They just came to you and said, "Oh, that information man."
Oh, he trying to come up?
Yeah, he is right here.
Lord.
Hey,
hello,
man.
Hello, information man.
Hey, how you doing? I want to apologize. I got off work and I thought I could connect by my phone. I have a new Droid phone, and it wouldn't let me get in because I got to connect, and I'm driving and what have you. So I thought I could just connect through my commute onto your panel, and then and so I made it home now. But I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. But how are you doing, by the way?
I'm doing great, baby. We was just gonna end it, but I see you down there in the background. But
right. Well, next time that you come on again, just let me know so I can be here. Mondays are good for me. Weekends are good for me. During the week, because of the hours I work, usually I get in about this time on the West Coast, which is about 7 o'clock right now, sometimes 6:30 West Coast time. But I'm gonna try to figure this app out on my phone, because I got to unlock something which would allow me to be able to utilize the phone as well to be able to connect. So definitely let me know once again so that I can be here at the beginning of your show.
Okay, sweetheart. Yeah, I figured that maybe you were working or whatever, but I truly understand, and we were talking about mental illness, and I know you work in that kind of environment. So most definitely you'll be a guest the next time.
Let me just say this. Let me shout out Donna Just Being Real, that's in there, and Silverback. Let me just say this, that mental health is an area that I think in some cases as a community, as a Black society, we continue to be in denial of. There are a lot of Black men in particular
who are suffering.
Well, it is everybody, but the reason why I specifically said black people, because there is a lot of black men. There are black people that are suffering with mental health issues, and it's going untreated. It's going unrecognized because sometimes in our culture, we don't want to label someone with this idea that they need to go see a shrink or what have you. So a lot of times when I was growing up, you would say, "Oh, that's Uncle Charlie. He's touched by something. We'll use these terms." But there's a lot of black people, even in our own family, who actually had something that was undiagnosed, and we just thought that that family member was special. They were touched, whatever you want to call it. And thank you, sir. And my thing is that the first step in healing and therapy is to recognize that these things are legitimate, and there are black people that are suffering. Not all, but some of us are. There are those of us that are engaging in suicide, even though that is not typically a calling card of our people. There are that are out there that are suffering in silence. And brother, as a man, a lot of times we're taught to keep everything inside, not express what's going on, because that's a feminine trait. We've been culturally conditioned, but there's a lot of men that are suffering silently and struggling with these conditions. Where I work at, I deal with guys that are incarcerated in the prison system in California who suffer not only with the stress of being incarcerated, well, that's part of it, but they have mental health issues in some cases. And some of these guys are struggling. I can't tell you how many times I've had to intervene.
I wonder how many people in prison are actually more mentally ill than they need to be in prison, but the government doesn't care about them, though. They don't give them that many treatment or nothing.
Well, there are what they do
in prison.
This is what
not care about anybody.
This is what they do in prison. What they do in some states, because the counties and the local community is overrun and oversaturated with people who need help. Sometimes you'll get a guy who commits a petty crime, but he has mental health issues, legitimate.
Yeah.
Just to your point, sir, and the judge will send him to prison for 3 or 4 years because they know in prison, especially in California where I'm at, they're guaranteed to get some mental health intervention. But the problem is that I've seen lots of guys over my years who should have been sent to a traditional state hospital. So let's say they were a guy in a community that would go into a corner store, break some glass, break some bottles, really wasn't a hardcore criminal. And I'm saying to myself, why is he not at a Atascadero State Hospital in California? Why is this guy not at Napa State Hospital in California? Why is he in here? And then you realize, because he's going to get more treatment here because it's mandated, it's court ordered, and those specific facilities are overcrowded. And in more conservative communities, they tend to send the mentally ill to prison if you are in a conservative community where you do something that they don't like. So you're absolutely right, sir. That's another area that goes unchecked, unevaluated, and our people end up getting pushed into that category as well.
I agree.
So,
Derrick was here earlier, but
okay.
Derrick C. Williams, he was up here earlier, and but most definitely, Information Man, you're gonna have to come back. You're welcome anytime.
I'll come back because there's a lot that I want to unpack, and the most thing we have to do, and look, all of us are vulnerable. I've certainly had my moments in my life where things have tested me because I lost a brother recently.
Oh wow!
Not too long ago, and that really tested everything that I had inside of me.
Yeah.
So we're always tested
my condolences,
by something.
brother.
Yeah, my condolences to your family too.
Thank you, sister and brother. So we have we go through things that test our mental stability and our temperament all the time, and I just say don't be afraid to admit when there's something that's hurting you. And if you got a close friend, a close family member, you got to get it out. You can't let this stuff bottle in you like a cancer. You got to find a way you can get it out to someone that you trust, if not a professional, to talk it out.
Yeah, that's what I said, that, when we know that people are going through, we have to check on those people, to make sure that they're okay, how they're doing, at least strike a conversation with them, because if they're able to see that someone is concerned about them and able to talk to them, then they're able to talk to you back. And a lot of times that helps. Like you, information man, I also lost my youngest sister in March.
Wow.
So just as well, we all deal with that in some parts of our life, and it was a young man in here earlier. Well, he came to my stream last night as well, Isaiah, and he had lost his father. And so he was speaking about how hard it is, for him to deal with his father's death. And, death is a difficult thing for a lot of people, Everybody. And so, when you hear that, you kind of want to engage yourself around that person and make sure that person is doing okay mentally, because all of us grieve differently.
Right. And you never know what a person's breaking point is. I'm gonna wait till I come back on your show next time, because I have a story to tell you that I experienced when I was maybe a freshman in college with a neighbor that lived next to my mom. It was tragic, and it's a perfect example of you never know what's going on inside and what's going on inside people's minds, even when the outside looks like it's a big old happy family, Brady Bunch style. True. I don't want to eat up your time here, but I'm gonna bring up that story for next time. It's gonna blow you away.
Okay. Well, you know what? You have my email information, man.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you're available.
Do me a favor. How often do you go live on on a weekend, for example?
Since we've been doing the round table, I go live every Tuesday at 5:00. And me and you on the same time schedule, because I'm in San Diego and you in California.
Right. Well, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me try to figure out what's going on with me because I got Yard Streams on my phone where I can broadcast from my phone, but for some reason it's not letting me into the app. And when it goes into the app, it'll say we need a code and you got to go into your Google, and I'm in the car. So let me play around with this phone. And
that was what happened to me. That was happening to me. That's what I was telling Purple.
Yeah.
So, but Purple, we're open. We open if you want to discuss it, to do it on a Saturday to accommodate information, man. Remember, you were saying you wasn't sure if you was going to do it next Tuesday. Yeah. If you want to, we can do it for next week, for next Saturday.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll spend. Yeah. What I'll do. There's some feedback. Is it coming from my phone? What's going on here? What I'll do is I will send Purple an email and let her know if I got the phone working, so that if you do Tuesday, I can just connect right on through my phone, through my commute. If I don't get it, if I can't connect it, we could try for a Saturday. But either way, I'll communicate with you and let you know, because I really want to unpack this story in a few of my experiences, because I've even worked with younger children who have suffered to the point that they damn near took their life.
Wow.
So it's a lot to unpack, a lot to learn, that I have to learn from you all on the panel. Silverback 69, peace to you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
But I'm gonna get ready to get off, and I just shared your video out.
Okay, thank you, sweetheart.
So that because I'm sure whatever you all were talking about that I missed, I know it was on point.
Thank you, Mr. Information Man.
I'll see you soon.
We were just sitting up here just chit-chatting, but I'm so glad that you came through, because I tell people that you know, your show is geared around a lot of information. And if you guys haven't got a chance to connect with Information Man, please do. He has an amazing channel. He's been over here on my channel several times. So, you know, if you really want to get to know him and check him out, go to his channel and check him out. Very nice young man. I enjoy his commentary.
Thank you very much. Make sure
very knowledgeable.
Make sure if you don't see it live, watch it when you can. But this, because we got Father's Day coming up, I believe Sunday.
Right.
I'm going to be doing I'm a father myself. I'm going to be doing a Father's Day show, and I have some amazing information that's going to change the narrative. And some folks know about it. Silverback probably knows about it too. The narrative as to how society sees Black fathers and what we think Black fathers are not doing and doing in and out of the house with their children. The information that I have to display is going to blow you away as it relates to Black fathers, things that have been misnomers for a long time, information that we've been led to believe about the state of Black fathers with their children is not true. So that's a treat for this upcoming weekend that I want to drop. I'm going to do a quick live stream about that. But what I also want to do, because I don't normally do it too often on my program, is I do want to start bringing folks on like yourself that I trust to have some panel discussions on my channel about adult conversations, about the state of where we're going, looking at solutions and things of that nature. So, and folks like yourself, 12s and everyone like that, I like to bring people on that I know I'm gonna get intelligent talk. Because I've been on panels in the past on YouTube where I'm on panels with some knuckleheads, and then I'm acting silly myself because I'm around dealing with knuckleheads about, you know, all this. You see what's happening on YouTube with this high value talk, and you got guys that are talking about Black women like they're dogs.
About Kevin Samuels here.
Well, you know, I've known Candace Samuels.
High value women, high value men.
I've been on panels with him. I've talked to him, what have you. But there's a lot of narratives that are being thrown out on YouTube in some areas that's dangerous, I think, to our community. I really think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion about it. But
no,
thank you.
You're right. You're right. We talked about it earlier.
And I definitely like to have Silverback on too when I get a panel jumping off to have some real adult talk. So I'm going to invite you all and a few other people, and it's going to be fantastic. So it's long overdue. But have a good evening, and I'll be in contact with you, Sister Purple.
Okay, thank you so much, Information Man, and I appreciate you so much.
All right, appreciate you too as
happy
well.
Happy Juneteenth and happy Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Oh, thank you, and happy Juneteenth to you as well. Take care.
All right, bye-bye. Now, Silverback, you got it. Oh, Jermaine was talking to Information Man too. I was trying to read it, but he jumped off of there, Jermaine. I'm sorry. Look,
Silverback. I think we have an issue, but I'm not going to. I'll tell you to you later.
There ain't no issue. I'll
explain what I'm talking about.
Okay. You got to hear people out, man.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just I think someone thinks I'm somebody else. That's all.
Oh, you think they? Oh, okay. Well,
you know what I mean.
Well, they'll get to know you.
No, not that. Something else.
Oh, something else.
We'll discuss it later.
All right. Yeah, but
it's a small insight on something.
Oh Lord, my buddy, my buddy.
Hey, Purple, your friend came in. T came in to say hi to you.
Hey, T Hustler. Yeah, that's my T is hilarious. Like when y'all be up there, I love to hear T Hustler. T Hustler be rolling them jokes out. And then T Hustler better be up there getting a little drink on because he really.
Oh, wait, so is T Hustler single? That was the question. Is he single? T Hustler, are you single? You single like Boss Man and Silverback?
Ladies.
Silverback T. Hustler single?
Am I allowed to answer that? I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble or nothing here.
Oh, you don't want to throw your buddy under the bus?
No, I wouldn't say that now.
I think very highly of my Silverback too, T. Hustler.
Yeah, Purple's a great lady, man. She's a great lady.
T, you single, T? T. That's what 12 want to know, T.
Nah, you want to know, Purple. Don't say it, blame it on 12 now.
T. We all want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, T.
She likes that sense of humor you got there, T.
Yeah, T hilarious. And I like that day when he was up there with that sombrero on. Remember he was up there?
Oh man!
Remember when he was up there with that?
I remember Paisley-Lupus, wasn't he?
He was up there with that big old sombrero on.
He comes up Paisley-Lupus.
Yeah, yeah. And he was up there, boy. I laughed the whole time.
Drinking the Moscow Mules.
Yeah, I told you that's what he be drinking.
Yeah.
I laughed the whole time.
He's single and looking to mingle. He said, "You're."
Oh, look at yonder. Oh, 12. You see
got
what
the girls
he
excited now. He got them all excited.
T.
That's what
you drinking that?
We just wanted to be sure. We thought so.
T, you drinking that coochie in the can too?
He don't drink none of that. Listen, no one's got it. No one's got any of that but me.
T, you drinking that coochie in the can?
Didn't you hear Silverback? He said nobody got it but him. But I just said it's only on him. Then he said that's not true.
I wouldn't give my enemies a can of that. So that stuff nasty. That's all I can say.
You know, I'm just messing with T. Hustler. This to see T. Hustler responds. Is you drinking that coochie in the can too, T. Hustler?
Coochie in a can for T. No coochie for you, T. No coochie for you.
no coochie in the can for him because he's so busy.
We can't share the coochie. Don't worry about it.
T be up there with his Moscow.
And even clean. What about Boss Man? Do Boss Man get a can or not even Boss Man?
I don't share none of my coochie with nobody. Sorry. I keep all the coochie to myself.
No, you don't, my buddy. Oh no, Silverback, you keeping all the coochie to yourself?
Hey, it says it's made of all natural ingredients. It's in the can. Let me get that camera. Hold on a minute. Read the camera. Just a minute.
You being stingy.
Let me read this can out loud to you. Hold on a minute here. Let me read it out loud.
He can't look. He said on his show that I'm the only one to call him Big Daddy.
You want me to read this can out loud?
Yeah, read it out loud.
Right below it says where it says pussy energy, 100% natural ingredients. It says, okay, 100% natural. So, yeah, that's what I said.
You just gonna home in on that all natural.
All natural ingredients in there, yeah.
Ingredients. Oh, Big Daddy always got it.
Can I just remind y'all that we have been shared out? Can y'all behave? We are on a bigger platform. Stop misbehaving, guys. Can we be professional?
Who's misbehaving? What are you talking about?
Y'all, come on now. Y'all being so naughty.
Oh my God.
Heck no. I'm down with the real thing. I get it fresh. All right now. Hey, look at yonder. Look what T said. T said, no, I ain't down with that can.
It's okay, T. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay, T. You don't need a can. It's all right. We got you.
He said, go ahead, Big Daddy. Keep it in the can.
He calling him Big Daddy. Right. Nobody call him Big Daddy but me. Behave, T. Behave, T.
I call him Big Daddy. I always tell him, hey, Big Daddy.
Hey, you now, ladies and gentlemen, fighting. Hey, Purple and 12, don't get in a fight now. Call me Big Daddy now. You both can call me Big Daddy if you like. Don't worry.
Hey, Big Daddy. Like when I did it the first time in the chat, everybody say Big Daddy. Who was Big Daddy?
They always say that. They say, "Who Big Daddy?" I love it.
What do you know? We don't know. Okay.
I mean, y'all know who Big Daddy is.
Yeah, I love it. They all want to know who's Big Daddy. Yeah, right there, Silverback Big Daddy.
You know who started that? You know who started saying that was damn Brian Lynn. He started calling me that.
Big Daddy, yeah. Brian Lynn started doing that. Brian Lynn started doing that. I say, who Big Daddy? He say, Silverback. I say, oh, look at Big
Daddy. Hey, Purple. Tell T a story about you found Brian Lynn over in the gossip section one day. Like you said, oh boy, look what I found over here.
Brian Lynn, that's my buddy too. He probably somewhere off up in the bushes. Hey, Brian.
He's in the bushes. Yeah, he's in there. Guaranteed.
Yeah, hey, Brian. What you doing up there, Brian? Drop down, Brian.
Uh-oh.
We ain't gonna eat you, Brian.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm the only one. Oh, nah, shuck it. Boy, don't do that now, T. Hustler. You know you my buddy, because you had me laughing. T. Hustler hilarious. And when he was up there with that sombrero and he was drinking his drink, boy, I was down there in them comments, boy, I was killing myself. Because he was up in there cracking jokes. He had the whole panel laughing. So T. Hustler is funny. I even told him, why don't you come over here on my show and cut up? Cut up like that. We'll love to have you, T. You and your Moscow Mules. You more than welcome to grace.
You and your Moscow Mules, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he more than welcome to graces. You don't need that funny stuff that Big Daddy up here drinking that stuff in the can.
Hey now, hey.
But Silverback isn't T he's the one that's hot. I said he's hot, right?
You said Boss Man was hot. You said Boss Man was how you told me one day.
The hot guy.
Boss Man you like.
Now come on, don't be bringing up Boss Man. Boss Man, see Silverback ain't right. The T has the hot guy.
You said Boss Man was hot one day. I think you said. Who'd you say was hot, Boss Man or T?
I said T. Boss Man, he's the one with the house. He got the room for everybody.
Oh, okay.
He got the room for everybody, but he don't want nobody. He don't want nobody in the house but him.
Okay. I didn't know the story now on that one. Sorry. I don't keep talking about other men's houses. Sorry.
Yeah, I enjoy me some T. Hustler when I see T up there, I say, oh, this gonna be good. When I see him up there on that live, up there on the panel, I say, ooh, there go T. Ooh, this gonna be good.
He said, Lord, thank you, Purple. I appreciate you.
Because T be up there clowning. And T funny. So I love it when he up there. Y'all can't handle T. Y'all can't handle T. T too much for y'all. Huh. Especially when he up there drinking his Moscow Mules. He be too much for y'all. Y'all can't handle old T. But he be rolling them back ball. I enjoy T. Yeah, I enjoy. I told him he need to come up here and grace us with some of that comedy because he funny. T. Hustler is funny. I enjoy T. Hustler. And who else? It's another one up there I enjoy. He be up there. He drink too. He was drinking some Crown Royal the last time I was
Crown Royal. That's Boss Man.
Yeah, that's Boss Man. That's the little young guy, ain't it?
No, he ain't a young guy. No. Yeah, young guy drinking Crown Royal.
Yeah, he was drinking Crown Royal, Hennessy wine.
The white guy or black guy?
When T. Hustler had on that sombrero.
Was he a white guy or a black guy?
He white.
White guy?
Mm-hmm.
Drinking Crown Royal?
Yeah, he was drinking Crown Royal.
White guy.
That's when T. Hustler had on that sombrero.
I can't think of nobody. Hold on a minute here. The only person I know that was drinking was it had to be Boss Man or who else was drinking?
T was drinking.
Okay, T was drinking probably.
Boosted.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's who it was. Boosted. It was Boosted.
Oh, Boosted. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know you knew who Boosted was. Okay, yeah, because you other see. Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
you're right.
sitting up
Okay,
there.
okay. You're right.
He was drinking Crown Raw.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. There, they're going back a ways.
Yeah, that was a good little while. And T was up there with that sombrero. That's when Brian Lynn got up there and put that big head on his.
Put a big head on there. You said.
What that thing he put on his? What that thing he put on his head?
Oh, he put that mask on that one night. Oh,
yeah, with that big old. It was a big old.
It was a cat mask or something. That scared everybody, man. That was like a serial killer type mask.
Yeah, yeah. We was all laughing.
Well, that's not funny though. In real life, though.
Over there. What you doing over there, Brian?
In real life, though, that was scared people. In real life, people were really scared in real life about that. They were scared.
And we all bust out laughing. Because Brian had that big old cat head on.
Y'all be laughing until he comes to your door at the middle of the night and stalks you. Yeah.
Brian ain't going to come to nobody's house.
That's the kind of person that will come to your house. Exactly. Yeah. It scared me. Where's up to 12? She disappear?
Child, 12 always got technical difficulty.
She got that Obama internet.
Yeah. She need to upgrade. What you say? P say, I will. I'm smoked 12 hours today. Oh, you work 12 hours today, T?
Yeah, he works 12 hours every day a lot.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, them some long shifts then.
Gotta get that money together, you know.
Yeah.
Women cost a lot of money, you know. They're not cheap.
Oh, well, we know you ought to know, Coochie in the can.
At least I know something.
We ought to know Coochie in the can.
Coochie can, man. Coochie can, man. If I can't do it, nobody can.
That's right. She need the Biden internet. Biden got internet now.
Oh, that Biden. He's probably got an internet plan coming out soon for everybody. I bet. I'm sure he will. Oh yeah. He's trying to help everybody out. You know how he is.
Yeah. Well, it probably ain't gonna be nothing either. T.
What's that?
It probably, the internet probably ain't gonna be nothing either.
It's gonna be real bad if he brings anything out. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, cause the way he take naps.
He takes naps in his basement.
You saving your money because you're gonna move next year. Where you moving to, baby?
He's moving to California, right next to you.
Oh, here?
No, he ain't going to California. Hell no. Hell no.
Where he moving to? Where you moving to, buddy?
He's moving next door to me.
Oh, Lord. That's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That means that's gonna be an animal house. Y'all ain't gonna know how that is, yeah. Sure.
Every time we
another
40 acres.
Have something going on.
He's gonna be 20 acres behind me.
Lord have mercy. Well, we know what's gonna be going on with you and T. Hessler then.
What's that?
We already know. You over there drinking that coochie out of the can, and he drinking his Moscow Mules. Ain't no telling y'all gonna have y'all a house party. Every chance y'all get.
So we'll invite y'all over then, okay?
Silverback and T. Hessler been gone wild. Women everywhere.
He's gonna keep an eye on Big Daddy for you. You can't keep an eye on Big Daddy. You can't keep Big Daddy down.
He can't keep you down. I see you. I see.
Tino's better than that. He's just playing around over there.
He moving to Texas.
Hey, what happened to your getting off the stream about an hour ago? We catch y'all on too long.
Y'all keep talking. The conversation good.
Hey, we're trying to keep the show going. You know.
Yeah.
You're 2 hours and 43 minutes now. Look at that. Look at you.
You're going
for a record tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm. T moving to Texas.
Maybe. Yeah. Moving to Texas. Find some land down there. Yeah.
What part of Texas?
Somewhere central.
Some cattle.
Central. You
got to keep an eye on Big Daddy. You gonna keep an eye on him for me, huh? Yeah, you got to. You got to keep both eyes open, T. Hessler. You can't sit up there and have one eye open and one eye closed.
He knows he's full of it.
Silverback slick.
He knows he's full of it. He knows it. He can keep an eye on me for anything. He knows better than that. Come on now.
Yeah, y'all be wilding out with Silverback and T.
Come on now, bruh. Bruh, you know keep an eye on me, bruh.
What part of Central Texas, baby?
Shoot. I don't know. What part of Texas? Central Texas, somewhere up by between Katy, Texas,
Austin,
and
San Antonio.
Somewhere out between there and I don't know. Below Dallas and above Houston.
Yeah, that's San Antonio. You got San Marcos, you got Austin, all them little towns up in there.
I think Austin's expensive, isn't it? Austin's expensive town. It's a college town, and that's expensive.
Well, you know, people moving out of Austin because they putting all them high-rise apartments and everything.
I don't want no area like that. I want a very no populated area.
Oh.
You want to buy land where it's cheap, and then let them build it later. You get more money for your land later, and then.
Oh, then you want to go to New Brunswick.
Where?
New Brunswick.
I don't know where that's even at.
That's in between Austin and San Antonio.
Oh, is that a good area?
Little small town. Yeah, it's nice. San Marcos is another little nice town.
That's the way to go.
Right there together.
That's the way to go.
You got Fredericksburg. You got Round Rock. All them little small towns up in there.
West of Houston or Dallas, somewhere in between. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's all up there toward Dallas. You know, San Antonio, Austin.
Houston's too far south. I don't want to go that far south anyway.
Yeah. That's up there towards Dallas. You know, in that neck of the woods. But that's a nice part of town. Now, I wouldn't suggest going to Austin, because Austin, you know, a lot of people moving out of Austin because they, you know, putting all them high rises up there. And Austin got too expensive to live. They didn't push all them people up out of there.
Well, them college towns is expensive anyway. It's just expensive there.
And you know,
kids got money, so you know.
You know, the people that had land, like, you know, them trailer parks and all that gone. All them people,
I don't care about that. I ain't living.
Yeah, they didn't push them people up out of there.
Yeah. Austin is becoming Yuppieville. Yeah.
Yeah. Austin is becoming Yuppieville. Sure is. But like I say, San Marcos is real nice. San Marcos ain't nowhere from Austin. It's a real nice town. You could do. They have the rafting, like you could do the river rafting in San Marcos. They have San Marcos ain't far from San Antonio. You know, like I say, it's those little small rural towns. You want to be rural? That's rural. That's rural. I wouldn't go to San Antonio. San Antonio huge like Houston. Busy. It is. I wouldn't want to go there because it's real congested up there. But anything else like New Brunswick and San Marcos, those are small towns. Seguin is really small. Seguin, Texas. Ooh, that's real low.
What's it called?
Seguin.
Never heard of that.
SEGUI is SEGUIN, Seguin, Texas. That's what my youngest son went to college at.
Huh. What college is there?
Texas Lutheran.
Huh. Never heard of that.
Texas Lutheran University. Yeah, it's there.
Did not know that.
That's the only thing keep the little town thriving is that college. That's about the only thing now, because it's real small. Real small town. But all that's up there toward Austin, San Antonio, Fredericksburg, Round Rock. Yeah. And you'd be surprised, they not all that bad, Silverback. It's not that bad up there. It's real nice. Like I say, Austin is yeah, Houston, my hometown. And
Right.
I'm familiar with where y'all talking about going. I'm familiar with San Marcos is really nice. If you want to talk about moving somewhere, in the rural town, San Marcos is really nice. Because they got one of the biggest outlets in Texas. They do. And like I say, it's really nice, and it have a lot of land. Now they building a little bit, not a whole lot, but yeah. But New Braunfelsville is right next. New Braunfelsville is right next door to, well, not next door, but it's close to San Marcos. And then if you go on the other side of Austin, then you got Round Rock, Fredericksburg, all them little small towns. But all of them nice. Like I like being.
And Miss Purple, when you get out of there, you got to come visit.
Yeah, shoot. I come knocking on y'all door now. Don't y'all be coming up to the door with no craziness now.
Come door with your pants off or some shit.
Yeah. Y'all
you got a drink in one hand and no pants on the other. Yeah. Hey, I made you a drink, sweetie. Here you go.
Yeah.
But I'm staying outside drinking this then. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, y'all know Texas cheap. That's about the cheapest place you can live nowadays. A lot of people from, up north, moving now too. So
somebody calling you?
Yeah, nobody but my brother. Today is birthday.
Oh, nobody important then, huh?
No. I talked to him yesterday. No, Sunday. He was supposed to call me back Sunday and he didn't.
You got to shampoo your son's hair. What now? How old's your son? 12. How old's your son?
I think he's 20, ain't he?
And he's got to shampoo his hair for him? Get out of here.
He got
Get out of here.
He got them dreadlocks or something in his head.
She's got to baby him. She cooks for him at 3 a.m. and stuff. Come on.
Oh, no, I ain't doing none of that now.
Yeah, she babies him too much. That's the problem. It's getting baby.
Sombrero and a Moscow mule and nothing else.
You got him all excited now, Purple. You got him all excited over there.
Hey, T, good thing y'all moving rural. Y'all ain't gonna have many neighbors because y'all would set the neighborhood on fire, baby.
Neighborhood would blow up when we move in. Shit, that'd be all over.
Yeah, y'all will bring the heat. Yeah, so yeah, her son, I think he's 19, 20, ain't he?
I know he's happy birthday. Whose birthday is it?
Oh, my brother. Child, my brother.
Oh, happy birthday to your brother. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I ain't got no but one brother.
Okay.
One left, and that's the one before me. Mm-hmm. So today is his birthday. I called him Sunday. He was supposed to call. Was that Sunday or Saturday? He was supposed to call me back. So today is his birthday. And I called him and wished him happy birthday, but he ain't answer. So I had to send him a text and tell him happy birthday. And he just not calling me back. Like, I'll call him back when I get off the line. He don't want to talk about nothing. Sit up there and shoot the breeze and crack jokes like T. He a Gemini. He don't do nothing but sit up and crack jokes, have you laughing all the time. So, I call him back. He ain't talking about nothing, child. He ain't talking about nothing. But yeah, that's nice. I mean, y'all get a nice piece of land up there, y'all be good. Shoot. Y'all be good. Yeah, I come visit y'all. I like that part of Texas. Because that part of Texas is real nice. It's nice up there. Y'all will like it.
Yeah.
Y'all will like it up there, and buying your own land, because it ain't nothing but land up there.
That's what you want. Yeah, get as much land as we can afford. Can buy a whole bunch of land.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing but land up there. And like I say, it's if y'all can get in a nice little area, y'all won't be far from Austin and San Antonio.
Yep. As long as you're close to the big city, it's all you need to worry about.
And you sure ain't gonna be far from Houston, because that ain't number about maybe a hour and a half, maybe 2 hour drive from Houston to where y'all will be, you know. So, you know, you got a lot of people. Yeah, you my brother from another mother, baby. You and Silverback. You and Silverback. But yeah, he up there it's like I say, it's real nice. Y'all don't like it up
Hey,
there.
Purple, what I was trying to say earlier, I think that one guy thinks I'm black.
Oh, information man.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
well,
don't know I'm white, does he? He thinks I'm black.
no, but he'll understand by and by, won't he?
When he sees me, like, oh, I thought you were black, dude. Sorry.
When he invites
I
you
try to
over
say I
there on
was,
the
but I don't want
show.
to come out and say it like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna. You know, it'll. I ain't gonna tell him nothing no different. You know,
no, he said something about us to be on his panel and all that. I mean, he's talking about black men as a black father. He's talking about me put input on that. I can't put input on that for him. I don't know about that. You know.
Well, you know, it ain't about knowing anything. It's just that, you know, he that's just what he's speaking on in general. But that right there, that just, you know, I don't think because he mixed.
I tried to correct him twice on the topic, but he didn't want to take any correction on it. So
he just wanted to get out what he had to say.
I'm okay with that. I'm just telling him though, you know.
Yeah, but you know, that's how you spark conversation. And I think, you know, Porter did it on his channel. Like Porter had two guys that was in the comment section. I ain't know what color they was till they hit his panel.
Right.
And he was talking about, you know, how we end racism and stuff. And so it was two guys that came up on this panel.
Right.
They spoke to Porter. They literally spoke to Porter and told Porter how they felt, and this is what we need to do to end it. I can't think of their names, but they came up on this panel and talked to Porter. So you know, if you want to have a conversation, then I think you can.
Right, I get
it. No different from nobody else.
Right.
You a father too.
Well, I know. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You know, and just because you Caucasian, that don't make you no different from him.
Right. Oh, I get it. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. So, you know, even though if he do, you know, invite you up on the panel, just say, hey, I'm with you. I want to hear your conversation, and this the way I feel too. You know, so,
yeah, true. Yeah, you're right.
Know, and that's how you get conversation started.
Yep.
You know, that's how you really get conversation started, and then that's how people really know, you know, how you feel and what you think, and that's how people get to know you.
Right.
You know, so you know, if you could sit down and get the conversation started, I think he'll love it even more when he do see you. Right. He'll be shocked. Oh no, I think he was white. Yeah, he is, but I ain't got no problem with it. You know, and that's what I was, you know, saying to you. You know, you ain't no different from nobody else because you Caucasian. That don't mean nothing. You have the same.
I agree. Everybody else has. I agree with you 100%. You know, I don't look at color on nobody. I don't care what color anybody is.
Yeah, just speak how you feel.
We're all equal. You know.
Yeah, just speak how you feel.
That's exactly how I think about it. Yeah, I don't do nothing different for nobody because they're black or white. You the same way with me. Yeah,
you know, so you know, you could just sit.
Everybody gets an equal amount of respect, regardless of what color you are.
That's it. You know,
unless you deserve differently. That's
That's right, and you could get up there and speak about your experience as a father, and you know, and listen and try to understand what you know the next person saying. That's
I was a single father too. I was a single father. I raised my kid by myself.
See, and I think he's a single father. Back
when I took custody of my daughter, she was that was like, oh man, a long time ago. It was guys weren't doing it back then that much. It wasn't common, you know.
See, y'all already have something in common, you know. And I think that you know you gotta somehow you got to bridge the gap and let other people see, us coming together as a collective,
of course,
and not separate. You understand what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah, I know. I totally agree with you.
Like separate. Like if people can really see, this the way he feel. Oh, he understand. That opened the door for many conversations, and then that opened the door where it shows people, look here, if we can do this on YouTube, then this can happen in the real world, outside
Damn
of
right.
YouTube.
Yeah, damn right.
You understand? So I I was excited about it. I said, oh, look at that. Silverback got him an invitation on the Information Man show because he mixed with some with Native American or some he mixed with
Was that
some.
what he said?
Yeah. I've been with him. I've been connected to Information Man before he got as big as he is now.
Right.
When I first started my channel, and he was talking about stuff like that too. Anyway, but mental illness just don't occur in our community. We just talking about it.
That's in every community. That's in
Perspective.
every community. That's not just yours.
Yeah, it's just from our perspective.
He's talking about prison too. He works. Is he working a prison system?
Yeah, he worked for the prison system up here.
Yeah.
Up here in California.
Right.
So when he didn't show up, I kind of knew, where he worked, and I knew he was up here because and me and him on the same time schedule. But the thing is for me, and that's what I seen on the Porter show last week. Porter did the same thing, and the two guys came up there and they was talking to Porter and telling Porter, this is what we need to do. We need to have more conversations like this, and have more, like the guys were saying, have more people like myself and others come up here and talk to you directly, Porter, because they were up there talking to Porter directly.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the same thing with you. You ain't no different from nobody else because you Caucasian. That don't mean nothing.
Oh, I get it. I agree with you. I agree.
You could sit up there and talk about your point of view and how you had to raise your daughter, as a single father. Cancel out white or black. Just you was a father and you had to raise your daughter. So,
you still got a role. You still got a role to play, regardless of what color you are. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
A father's a father. He doesn't care what color you are. I mean, shit.
Yeah, he ain't paying no attention. He just probably thought that, by your name that you was black, but
everybody thinks before they meet me, they think I'm black. I know. Everybody thinks the same thing.
Yeah, and I don't think
that's quite common though.
Yeah, I don't think he gonna think any difference. I think he gonna be excited once he do see you. Mm-hmm. Oh wow! You mean to tell me he Caucasian? Mm-hmm. But he feel the same way. He have a point of view. He have, he want to speak about certain issues. He want to understand what's our issue, why we going through this, and somehow how can we fix this as a community, as a collective. Not so much it's a black and white thing, because it's not a black and white thing. And that's what I want my people to get out their head. Like quit trying to blame other people for your downfall. A lot of times, we don't want to take responsibility for our own actions.
Right.
And we need to start taking responsibility for our own action and quit blaming the next person.
Right.
And that's the whole thing. So I just think that it's a good idea, and I ain't gonna tell him nothing no different, pal. He'll know when you get up there, when he invites you on the panel. I think it's great because, like I say, if people can see us sitting up here, and it probably would bring back to his memory, oh, y'all sitting up there shooting, y'all sitting up there talking and having fun, and he like, that's something that needs to change, even on YouTube. Like I want people to see you on my channel and we sitting down having this conversation.
Right.
You know, I want people to see that because I think people need to see it in this day and time because people too stuck up and people too busy pointing the finger at one another. Like y'all come out to yourself and see this thing bigger than what it is. Y'all gotta get away from that, you know. And so that's all it is, you know, and that's the same thing Porter said that, you know, we gotta get out of that. A lot of times y'all don't never like to sit down and want to talk to the other people to find out what they thinking. Because everybody don't think the same. Everybody don't feel the same. Everybody don't feel the same like everybody else. You know, so they were up there and they were really talking and they was listening to Portal and they were spitting facts as well, you know. Right. So I was happy to see it. Like it was amazing to see that. And like I say, it need to be shown more on YouTube because everybody need to see it. Everybody, if they see us sitting here jokingly having a conversation outside of my audience, you know, where other people can see us sitting up here joking and having a conversation, and we can literally sit here and have a conversation, that'll open the doors and eyes to a lot of stuff, and it'll get people to thinking totally different than what they think. Now, Porter is very boisterous about what he say, but that's not the way he feel. He just speaking on it, you know. That's not really the way he feel, because he have, and he said that, he say I got more Caucasian people supporting me than I do my own people. He say when I talk about Black issues, y'all won't come around. It be my other people, up here supporting me, listening to what I got to say. But the rest of y'all don't even come around, you know, which is true.
Yeah, there's no reason nowadays why mental illness cannot be fixed, because there's too much medicine out there for everybody. You have no excuse anymore why you have to go around, you know, and it's not one of them taboo things where you can't tell somebody you need help or something, you know. That's the old days where it was like, oh, you're crazy. No, you're getting crazy. Everybody's got an issue, you know. Yeah. Everybody's got one, you know.
Yes.
I don't care what anybody says.
And just like Information Man said, you know, when you lose family members, you know, that's a whole nother mental capacity itself, because you're going through a grieving process.
Right.
And T. Hessler say, I believe mental issues, let me put it up here, mental issues is no race, wants to be addressed head on. So, and the only reason why we talk about it in our community, because our community don't like to be honest with y'all, they don't. Even when I was in the school system and I would try to talk to the parents to get help for their children.
Right.
You know, a lot of times they didn't want that. They didn't want
my
that.
Kid, nothing wrong with them. Oh no, I just
yeah. They didn't want that stigma, that title on their child. And I used to have to try to explain it to them, like it's the benefit of your child. Like if you don't get them this help, then it's a disadvantage to them because they need the help.
Yeah.
And you risk that your child might be failing. Like, don't let your child fail. And then that child don't have to be in the program for that long. Like, they can opt out the program, you know, once they get what they need, you know, from it. So, you know, it is a big thing in our community because they don't want they don't want that tag to them as if, you know, they slow or they crazy or whatever. But that don't necessarily mean that. It don't necessarily mean that you slow, you crazy or whatever. It might mean that you just need to talk to somebody to talk your issues out to make you feel better and ways to work on yourself where you won't have these feeling of depression or whatever. And I think a lot of us suffer from that. You know, I don't care what's going on in our life, you know, sometimes depression come upon you, and you might not know you're suffering from it, but it's a real thing. But I think that, again, Silverback, that the only way we can combat this is that we got to sit down as a community and not look at this thing as race.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I'm 100% down with it. 100% down.
And that is true. T, we're not the only ones that deal with that. Like when I was in the school system, it was all the children had some kind of issue, and the only thing I could tell the parents is, try to get them from putting their children on medication, or having them isolated from other children, those different kind of things,
Frugal Mom, is she trying to say that people want to pray about it, not talk about it, or what's she trying to say? I'm confused.
Black folks still like to pray about it. Yeah.
So that means they're not going to talk about it, just going to pray about it.
Yeah. That's the thing in the Black household. They say, "Oh, we're gonna pray."
But they don't talk about it. You're saying they're just going to pray about it and leave it there. You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you got to do more than that. You got to do more than that. You got to do more than that.
Yeah, we're gonna take it to the Lord, but that's what.
That's how my mom says stuff too. I told her that's not how it always works, Mom.
Oh, your mom said that too. Now see,
she thinks everything's up to God. Leave it to the Lord. Leave it to the Lord. I said, yeah. Mom. You gotta help yourself out too. I tell her, you can't, Lord can't do everything for you. You have to help yourself out too, to an extent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lord can help you, so he's not going to do everything for you.
Now, see, I wouldn't have never knew that, Silverback, that your mom said the same thing that we say in our household.
Oh Lord, she's real bad about that.
Now, see that kind of stuff. That's stuff other people need to know. Other people need to hear. People don't get a chance to hear that. Like, I'm shocked that yeah, they say that in a Black family. We're gonna pray for it. And that's it. God gonna heal. God gonna heal it.
Yep.
And then they don't talk about it, or they don't get the help that the child needs.
There's more to life. Yeah, you got to do more than that. Just talk to say you're going to pray about something. That's not going to solve everything for you. That's not going to be like the all. That's not. I mean, yeah, God's good. Don't get me wrong, and He's the Almighty. At the end of the day, but you still have to help yourself a little bit too, though. You got to put some kind of work in yourself.
Yeah. And some of it, God made doctors and psychiatrists and psychologists. He gave them the knowledge. So, it's good to go and talk to them, when you need help.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Because even for my niece, I told her she needed to go to grief counseling.
Right.
She did. She needed to go, to help her, because she wasn't getting no better at home.
Right.
And so, people want to know that, Silverback.
Are you the only one she has left in the family as you talk to? Your niece?
No, she have my brother, and then I got an older sister. She have her. Okay. But they confided in me a whole lot.
Well, that's good.
I'm always around, and then she always tell me I'm a good listener. You 80 is a good listener. But people would never know that if you never sit down with a different race and talk about the issue. You'll never know what go on in their family, and you'll never know how the similarities between my family and your family, because I heard that out like Fickle Mom said. I heard that out in my family. We're gonna pray about it. And God gonna heal it, and then they leave it at that. But the child still getting worse. Ain't nothing changed. You understand? So
I agree.
So I think T. Hester say the Lord will give you the tools and put the solution in front of you, and we don't take it or see it. Now a lot of us don't. So that is true.
Put it right in front of your face, and you won't even look at it. Yeah.
And I just think that it needs to be done, you know. But like I say, I don't think he gonna put you off the panel. I think he'll be glad to see you. You know that this a Caucasian guy speaking. He's speaking like this. I didn't know that. Well, how in the hell you think you didn't? I mean, you know, the other people got the same issues as we got. Sure, yeah, come on now. You know, but yeah, I think it's a good thing, Silverback. And you know, you just get up there and speak and tell them you was a single father too. Sure.
That's true.
You know, and that's it. You ain't no different from nobody else, child.
I don't claim to be different than anybody else.
I know you don't. You know, that's why, you know, me and you always shooting the shit, and we always, you know, talking about different stuff. But some of this stuff,
me and you got a mutual respect for one another. That's how we get along so well. You know, we both respect each other's personal stuff. You know,
yeah,
you know, play that BS stuff.
Yeah, all that other stuff. You know, I ain't got time. That's craziness. That's craziness. You know, but I'm gonna come visit you and T when y'all get y'all land. And T, you're gonna have to fix me a Moscow Mule. Yeah, you will. I ain't never had one of them before.
I'll get you drunk, Purple, okay?
I ain't never had one of them before.
Uh-oh.
But they sure look good when T be drinking them.
Purple gonna get lit.
Yeah, lit. They sure look good when T be drinking them. T be having them a good time though. But yeah. So y'all, let me get up off of here. I've been up here almost 3 hours. I have been up here 3 hours.
3 hours and 15 minutes, girl.
3 hours and 15. Hey, Miss Wanda. How you doing, Miss Wanda?
Starting to get popping now. Look at that. Everybody's starting to come out.
Every time I get ready to leave, somebody pop in. Miss Wanda, you doing all right?
People always do that on the panel. They'll be watching, and all of a sudden you say you're getting ready to go. They want to come on, keep you on longer.
Yeah, keep you on longer. Miss Wanda, you doing? You just got to bed.
Just got to bed, she said.
Yeah, Miss Wanda,
right,
nice lady.
We won't keep you, Miss Wanda. We gotta get out of here now.
Yeah, Miss Wanda, a sweet lady. I'll be over there on her channel. She down there in Louisiana.
Oh yeah, Louisiana. Okay.
Yeah, she down there in Louisiana.
Cajun
and
style.
I enjoy being over there on her channel. She funny too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check her out one day.
Miss Wanda got a sense of humor.
That's good. That's what you need.
She say that they were looking for her to cook, and guess what? I got on my stove. Nothing. Boy, that just tickled me, child. I just bust out laughing. I said, "Oh, that was hilarious." Nothing. I ain't cooking nothing. But yeah, she got a sense of humor. I enjoy being over there on the channel. Y'all go support her, cause I think Miss Wanda, how many?
I just subbed to her right now.
You did?
Yep. Yeah. Right now.
Miss Wanda, make sure you
She's got cooking. Got a day trip going on here. She's on the road 12 hours ago.
Make sure you grab Silverback back. I don't know who I don't have Miss Wanda, but y'all grab Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda grab T. Hexler. These some characters, child. These two men here.
Got some soul food cooking here. She's got some lunch one day. Man, look at that food. Looks good too. Taco night. Man.
She be cooking them red beans and rice, baby.
Shrimp and crab boil. Look at that.
Yeah. She be doing down now. But y'all ain't got Miss Wanda. Y'all connect with Miss Wanda.
So you already have Silverback? I cut a watermelon. What?
You already got Silverback?
Is there a secret to that? How to cut a watermelon?
Silverback the last time he was up in here. Make sure you get old T. Hessler up there, Miss Wanda. Make sure you get him too. He a hoot. He's a hoot. That T. Hessler. I love me some T. Hessler.
Get you,
T. Hessler is funny. You got Miss Wanda?
Miss Wanda making apple pie too. Cauliflower pizza, spinach, mushroom, and peppers. Whoa, look at that. Man.
Yeah, Miss Wanda be throwing down, child. child. See, that's the good thing when y'all come to Texas. See, we could take trips like that to Louisiana and hang out. And yeah, y'all too wild for me. Y'all might have me strung out somewhere. Y'all too.
Come on now, you're silly. Man. All right, I hate to cut you all short, but I gotta get out of here.
But
I gotta get some ice and stuff for my drink and stuff. And
all right, don't you be drinking that coochie in the can.
I'm not drinking no coochie in the can tonight.
Need that coochie.
All right,
you got a TikTok too, Miss Wanda? Okay, I'm a subscribe to your TikTok, baby.
TikTok channel too. Oh.
She got a TikTok too. She says Wanda 35.95.
TikTok.
Yeah, make sure you grab T Hustler, Miss Wanda. He fun T. That's my baby though. Him and Silverback. But I love you guys. Yeah,
it's been pleasant, Purple. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, you know I always enjoy y'all. And you know I'll be checking on you. You take care of yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm still
I'll be around here doing a while.
First day I actually felt better was today.
And today was the only day.
Yeah. On the road to recovery.
Oh wow. So did you have did it take your taste buds, Silverback?
Did I do what?
Did it take your taste buds?
Nope. Didn't take my taste buds. Nope.
No. It just made you sick?
Made me sick. I was just body aches every day and had bad headache.
A bad headache.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And all my aches and pains made them worse. All my nerve damage in my body, where all my nerve damage has been at, made it intensified it real bad.
In your shoulder?
No, not my shoulder, mostly my back and my leg.
Oh wow.
That's where most of my nerve damage is already at. It intensified it worse.
Ooh.
So it's weird how it knew like right where things were already wrong, and it affected those areas, only those areas.
Yeah.
Weird. It's everybody differently from what I hear, No two people are the same.
Yeah. Oh, you must got that back issue like me, huh?
I've got a permanently bad back, yeah.
Yeah, me too. They just that's why I ain't went home yet, because I had to delay my trip, because they had called me in because I had to go get an MRI done. And when I went and got the MRI done, they told me that like up above my last back surgery, the discs are really pressing on my nerves.
Right.
And it's really bad on my right side, but I don't have no pain on my right side. I have it all on my left side.
Right. And
the doctor say, well, you should have pain on your right side. I said, no, I've always had pain on my left side. Like it always bothered me on my left side. So they told me I had spinal stenosis.
Right. Yeah.
So they told me that in order for me to to get, like, I'm going back toward back surgery, and in order for me to have it this time, it's gonna be a longer recovery, and I might not recover it as fast, and it could cause it. I could lose some of my motor skill too. So I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want them to go back there and mess around in my spine again. You're
doing nothing in your spine unless you're absolutely necessary, unless you absolutely have no choice.
Yeah, and right now, you know how they do you. They make you take all that therapy, and then they give you them injections.
Don't be doing that too much. It'll mess you up. I'm telling you right now. I've been through all that crap before in my life several times, and I can never do it again. I know that.
Yeah, I ain't looking forward to it either, Silverback. So, I just been trying to figure out, what it is I'm gonna do, because I don't think. But I go to the doctor next Monday, and I tell him if I want to do it or not, because I ain't looking for that again.
You're able to get around now, and you're doing halfway okay. Then I'd stick with what you're doing now. Otherwise, unless you're so miserable you can't move every day and you can't get out of bed, you're so in pain you can't do nothing.
Shoot, my first surgery, I had to sleep on my couch. I slept sitting up. First time, 'cause I couldn't lay down. I don't really want to go through that. Like, I'd rather have another knee replacement than to do my back again, you know. But yeah. So I'm just sitting up here trying to figure out if that's what I want to do. And right now, I ain't looking to do that, you know, because he didn't already
I don't blame you a
told me,
bit. I know what you mean.
you know, that I might have a longer, most likely I'm gonna have a longer recovery. So I ain't too much interested in doing that. I'm gonna try to just keep, you know, they got me doing therapy. So that
Right.
therapy been helping me though. So I'm gonna keep doing that. You know, I ain't really want to take the injections. You know, they always want to give you them steroid injections. You know
Yeah,
why
but
they
you only
always
take so
want to
many of
do
those.
that?
You can only do so much of that.
Yeah, I don't know why they always want to give you them. I don't like them no how.
Right.
But I won't be doing that either. And I'm gonna tell him that next Monday. Cause I don't feel like going through all that, you know, again. So I'm gonna just take one day at a time, and if I keep, you know, as long as I keep pushing, I ain't gonna worry about it, you know. So
Right.
because like I say, I didn't had it before. I didn't had back surgery before. And
There
I
might be
ain't.
more of them, yeah.
Yeah, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got to going. So I ain't trying to do that, you know, again. So I'm gonna just when I see him next Monday, I'm gonna just tell him now. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
don't blame you.
no, I ain't finna go through that because he done already told me. You know, it's up higher. Like I got my lower back done, but these this up higher.
The
You know.
thoracic region.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm no, I don't feel like that. No, I ain't gonna do that. You know, unless it get too bad where.
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying. Unless it's so bad you can't cope with it anymore. That's different.
yeah, like where I can't
Well, then I wouldn't worry
stand,
about it.
walk,
Yeah.
yeah, stand or walk or anything, then
Right. That's different then. Yeah.
yeah, and then I'll do it then. But right now I ain't to that point, so I'm gonna just play it by ear.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Cause I don't want to go through that again. That's too much, too much, too much, too much. And then I be having too much stuff to do, child. I ain't got time to be around here on no walking around here on no walker with them where they put them tennis ball under the bottom. Then be scooting around. No, I ain't got time for that.
Boy.
Ain't got no time for that. Yeah. So, you know, I'm just weigh it out, you know. But thank you guys. I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me, Silverback. I love you, man. T. Hessler. T. Hessler. Baby.
He might disappeared already. He got scared and left. He got scared. You know.
He was just in here just a few minutes
He got
ago because
scared
he
you were
said,
coming down and visit him too much. He got out real quick. He goes,
and
"Oh, I gotta get out of here." I got scared.
he'll be back. He gonna want old sugar thing to come
He
see
probably
him.
go get a drink real quick. He'll be back. Yeah.
He gonna want old purple to come see him because he gonna want somebody to drink the Moscow Mules with him.
Right. I want you to come drink with him. That's right. Yeah. All right.
All right, y'all.
I'm getting out of here. Yeah, take care, everybody.
All right, Silverback. I'll be hitting you up on the ground.
All right. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, baby. Try to feel better here.
I will. Thank you.
All right. All right, people, Mom, Miss Wanda, y'all, T. Hessler. Good night, y'all. And thank y'all for hanging out with me for these 3 hours. Lord, I've been up here 3 hours. I ain't come up here to be up here that long. But thank y'all so much. You know, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Y'all stay blessed and not stressed. And y'all know I'm always sending you my love because I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace out. Good night, y'all.